don't know. Never played it.
Oh,
BB.
Persona 3?
Yes, we say Persona 3 in France.
What?
Do you know what is France, cheeseburger? It's a country.
Yeah, that's the country that surrenders, right?
I'm sure you cannot put France in a map. You American.
Probably not, because I don't give a fuck about. I
Racism
don't care
already.
about
Oh my-
Baguette Town, bro.
Oh my. Racism
Baguette
already.
Town.
Okay. I'm almost done setting up.
Alright, alright.
I'm live though. You want me to make the stream together?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, do it.
Yes,
do it, please. Do it.
Okay. Sova, go live.
Why are you such a baby, being like always letting other people doing for you things? What the frick?
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 Man. What the frick?
All right. Sova, go live. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Go live before I do the stream together.
No, after.
What do you mean after? Why?
What does that mean?
I don't know. He's being dumb. All right. Let me see. Stream together.
Alright.
But where is lunch?
Someone needs to spam him.
Let's see. I'm just gonna assume Line Chew's not showing up. I've been in this situation before. He either is not gonna show up or he's gonna show up like 2 hours later.
Lizard.
Actually, true. There was one time he just slapped through the collab. I was waiting for him.
Line Chew.
It's so inappropriate.
That's whatever. It's how he is. I feel like when you invite Line Chew to a collab, you kind of just have to assume that's gonna happen most of the time. Oh, I have to move you, motherfucker. You control position. Use fixed orders. Okay. Okay. Start sharing chat. Okay, I started it.
Yeah, let's go.
Are we
Alright, go
playing
live.
with the are we playing with the voice chat of the game?
Mute your mic on the shared stream. Your mic's hot on the shared chat thing, bro. Solva, your
Yes?
microphone is online on the shared on the collab. Take it off.
Okay. Good. It's okay. Good,
Mute
good,
it.
good.
Mute it.
It's done.
It's
Don't
done.
worry, my
Okay.
friend.
Good boy, good boy.
You don't sound. No, don't try that.
What do you mean? I can't say the word.
No,
What the frick?
it sounds very. It just sounds fake coming from you. It's like it's
not.
it's like when a Chihuahua tries to sound strong, you know?
It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Man, it's just a meme. I can't say a meme.
It's wrong.
You're wrong.
Silva,
Yes.
go live.
You give me order.
Yes.
Oli. I'm coming. Okay.
What?
Come
Oh.
faster.
Okay, I'm come faster.
Come faster.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Oli!
Oh, what the? I
What
think
the
I'm in the middle of
freak?
something. I
What?
think I'm being a third wheel here.
No, you're not. You're like the
Yippee
pet
says
dog
love you too.
What? What the
or pet cat. Sorry.
Holy moly.
Thank you for the sub, Nocturnal. Happy 4 months.
I think it's good.
Alright, is you on?
I just started my stream, yes.
Nice. What?
Dude, I'm I'm buying emotes. I'm buying emotes from someone, and I told him I have to like organize the emotes that I want later. And he sent a screenshot of my live notification just saying Femboy collab in all caps.
Nah, that's crazy.
He's like, take your time, boss. he sent a fucking screenshot of the
That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Look, guys, I'm the alpha wolf of the pack. These are my 2 kittens.
Hi.
These are my 2 Discord kittens.
What?
Discord
What?
kittens.
Oh,
Wait, check this out, guys. Check this out. Sova,
yeah. Hello?
meow for me.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
What? What?
You see that?
See
Hello. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
What the frick?
You still
let's
look like
see.
more of a bottom than he is,
Let
Ben.
me 2 minutes.
No,
If it
that's
helps.
not how. No, no, you're wrong. You're so wrong.
It's funny because he's like the gayest person I've seen in the VTuber scene, and somehow you look more than he does.
That doesn't make sense. I just look cute. That's it. What? Is it a criminal for a boy to look cute now? Huh? Can I not look cute now?
No. Yeah, you can look cute. Whatever you want, bro.
Exactly. Chat, tell him.
Oh my god. Damn. Hello, Broly.
What?
Nothing. I just had to text my manager, and I have to get these emotes ready.
Ah, okay.
I'm about to spend $400 on emotes. God damn.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Chad, does anyone want to help pay for these? Damn. Where's my Oilers? You know what I need to do? Actually, Ben,
What?
I know in China there's some like rich women, rich CEO businesswomen. I need to find a Chinese rich CEO businesswoman. Can you hook it up?
Me too. Me too.
Oh,
I
no.
also need to find one too first.
Sorry, Ben, but between me and you, they're gonna choose me.
What do you mean?
Because
What do you mean? I'm cute too.
you're like
Girls like me.
not. What kind of girls though?
I mean, dominant women.
Soul, thank you so much for the sub.
You know.
I'm gonna try Welch's grape energy flavor. I have to write down a review. I've been reviewing energy drinks to find my favorite flavor.
Nice. So you just been drinking energy drink?
Just one a
stay
day.
awake.
No, just one a day.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
What?
Oh,
Is it bad?
that tastes like. You know what that tastes like?
What?
You know grape Tylenol.
I don't think I've known what a Tylenol is. No.
Oh Lord. Zero
So
out
it
of
tastes
10.
like medicine.
It's so bad. It's actually so bad. It tastes like medicine. Oh,
Hello?
Yeah, it probably
it's
tastes like
so
medicine.
bad.
Hi.
That's 0 out of 10, bro. Hell no.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay.
I'm back. Did you see?
Hi back.
Hello.
Are you happy of having me in the stream now?
What?
Are you happy of having me in the stream finally?
Sorry, let me
Yes.
translate. He said, "Are you happy of having me in the stream finally?" I can speak French. I'll
Yes.
translate.
Yes, I'm happy.
Silva, I'm translating for Bin. Bin said, "Oui, I am happy to have you in this stream." That's what he said.
Ole.
I can translate back and forth. See, you can tell me something and I'll translate it for him, and then Bin, you could say something. I'll translate it for Silva.
All right.
I can be like the Bin. Silva says, "Holy
What?
moly!"
I wanted
I would have
to,
never
to
guessed.
say I wanted
Uh-huh.
to say to thanks everyone because we just reached 30,000 followers just right now. So thank you
Wow.
everyone
Congrats.
for helping me to reaching that goal. Thank you everyone. Thank
For
you
those of
very
you who
much.
don't
Congrats.
speak, for those of you who don't speak Ratatouille,
Oh my God.
bonjour,
Oh my God.
escargot. He said he reached 30,000 followers. Wow, wow.
Isn't it 40,000?
I thought he said 30.
No, not 40, 30.
Oh,
He said 30,
bad
you bitch.
translator.
Like
Bad
30,
translator.
like after 29.
No, he said 30. I was right, you idiot.
Wait.
He said 30.
29?
Bro, you are so racist. You don't even understand him.
What do you mean?
Why are you calling him idiot? He's not an idiot.
He said
he's just
40.
Bean.
He doesn't even understand you. He thought
Oli.
you said 40
Oh my
when you said
God.
30.
Oli. And I
Man.
wanted to take this special moment to say to SENZ'S, I love you and I would like to be in a relationship with you.
I know.
Can you accept and having me as a boyfriend now, please?
I'll think about it.
Yeah! You said yes. Really?
I'll think
Yeah.
about it.
I'm so glad.
Am I interrupting something?
No, it's like you know when
Yes,
it's you know
interrupting something. Don't speak. Thank you.
What?
Don't speak. Thank you.
What the frick?
What the break?
what the
Oh
frick?
my God.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Ben,
Oli,
Ben,
oli.
Ben, you know
What?
he
What?
just dominated you. The like most bottom gay person I've ever met just
What?
dominated you. Yeah, he
Not
just
what dominating means.
oh he
That's true, you
absolutely
should be
did. He topped you
ashamed.
right now, bro. He just topped
No,
you.
I was literally being respectful for you. To
No,
respect.
he said yes. He told you to sigh bow, and you were like, yes, sir, yes, sir.
I did not say that. I was just laughing.
No, you went quiet. You went quiet.
What? Yeah, cause I was laughing.
No,
Duh.
it's cause you submitted to him. You submitted.
That's not how it works. That's
Mhm.
not how it works. Nope. Nope.
Mhm. You submitted, bro.
No. 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 You two should get a room. You two should
Oh
get a
yes,
room.
please.
Huh?
I want to get a room with SENZ'S, and you can be like our maid if you want or something like that.
You want me to be a maid while you two do it in a room?
Well, you don't have the card. I have the card, not you.
What does that mean?
It means that SENZ'S is mine, not yours.
Well, I mean, I'm straight, so like.
No, you're not straight. Oh fuck! Can you stop with that? You're not straight.
What?
Stop with that. Stop.
What do you? I am. I literally am.
What the break?
What the frick?
Not
What the
again.
frick?
Oh my God. Someone say Bin can be the cameraman. Yeah.
Oh wow, an English stream. Yes, it's English stream. Yeah, true. He's so homo. Yeah, he's homosexual.
Omo.
What? No. No. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No. No, I'm
yes,
not.
you are. Yes, you are.
No.
I promise on my life
No.
that you are.
No. 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 You're
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
You're so wrong.
I'm not wrong. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you
I genuinely that's like a
What?
trigger sound for me now. I'm gonna have like a schizophrenic meltdown whenever I hear you say that. It's almost like a PTSD sound for me.
How
Fuck.
is it a PTSD sound?
What the frick?
Oh my god.
It's almost
You're
like
so-
it's literally like, you know how people who've been to war, they come home and they like have a PTSD moment and they just hear like the tinnitus from the bombs that went off near them. That's when you say what do you mean, it's the same thing for me.
Lol.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What the frick?
I need to pick up some water really quickly. I'm coming back.
You need to
Okay.
pick up someone.
No,
Okay.
water. Bro, do you not understand him?
Oh. Well.
Do you actually need I might actually have to translate for you. You genuinely don't understand, bro.
I mean, sometimes I don't. Help.
Wait, Ben.
What? Excuse you?
I was just asserting my dominance.
I don't think burping insert dominance, but okay.
It is. It does.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, you're wrong. You're so wrong.
You're wrong.
No.
And you're gay.
No, I am not.
Mhm.
I am not. You wish I was.
Ben,
What?
if you want a top woman, you know top women are gonna want to peg you, right?
I mean, I can find switches.
Oh, I just realized. Maybe I can ask Alcas to come.
Yeah, if you want. To be
Who's
honest,
that?
I'm fine with just the three of us, but if we need a fourth,
Yeah, no, technically we don't need a fourth. Technically.
I think three is like my sweet spot for collabs because it's easier to talk to everyone.
Hello, hello.
That is true, actually. That is true.
Charles, Geneviève, Louis, Auguste, André, Timothée, Déon de Beaumont is probably the great grandfather of the catbot.
Line Shoe said he's not coming.
Oh!
He said he just threw up. and-
Hey,
Oh! Rest well, my love. Line Shoe is my boyfriend.
you say that to everyone.
Yes, that's true. And do you have an issue with me being a slut or something like that?
Yeah, are you slut shaming, Ben?
Yeah,
No,
why
I'm
are you
not.
slut shaming me?
At least he can get some, virgin.
What the frick?
What the frick? What the frick?
What? Oi! Oi!
What the frick? Oh yeah, what the frick?
Oh my god.
You're just jealous that we're both getting some and you're getting none.
What?
All right, what is this game we're playing? Actually, let's yap a
it-
little more. It's only been like what?
Okay.
It's only been 19 minutes. Let's yap a little more.
Yeah, I can yap a little bit. Yeah. The game isn't too long, so.
I want to peg you, haha. August, there might be some confusion. You sent that in my chat when you probably meant to send that in Bin or Solva's chat. might be a
No,
li-
I think
There might be
sent
some.
it
You might be in the wrong.
correctly.
There might be some confusion. I know it's weird. We're in a shared
Yo,
chat.
Where was knows?
I know
The
it's weird. We're in a
sense
shared.
tagger.
I know it's weird. We're in a
Where
shared
is
stream.
the
You're
sense
probably you
tagger?
accidentally sent that in my chat
Sense
when you meant to send that in
tagger.
Bin's chat because
What is happening? What is happening?
because you meant that to
Why are
send. You sent it in the wrong chat. It's
English?
okay. That's all right.
Why are you screaming in English? What is happening?
Basically, Bin is a homosexual.
Oh yes.
You understand?
I did not say this.
Basically, that is what we are.
That was not what the topic was.
Yes, you are. Of course, you are a homosexual.
No, I'm not.
You know, I
Yes,
might.
you are.
I might believe
No.
you if you said no with some more passion. You just sound so like passive about it.
What?
Like
Well,
you're
'cause
just
I'm-
you're
'cause
saying you're not saying like no passionately, you know? You're just saying like no.
Yeah, because
No,
I'm
like,
like comfortable with my sexuality. I don't need to prove it to anyone. So
Comfortable.
comfortable with your homosexuality.
oh
Yes.
my god, that's not what it was.
Comfortable.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
What do you mean, man? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh,
So this is the guy that paid my bill. Interesting to say at least. Of course, yes. I pay your bill, Oli. Hi, Voan.
I think only one person needs to actually own the game.
I'm not sure whether that actually works. Or not.
I'm
can
on
try
I'm on the game.
it.
I'm on the game.
Well,
but I have the try on
it
pass.
said friend
Oh,
pass.
you already bought it?
I didn't buy it. I
Oh?
use the try on pass.
Oh, what? So if I own it, you can just join the game.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
If you
That's pretty
invite
cool.
me, yes.
It's all for
Can
you,
I peg you
Senz.
all?
Oh.
Yes, especially Senz. He loves that.
Hold on, let me check real quick.
Someone in my TikTok chat asks, "Are you dating Ben?" No, I'm out of his league.
Yes, you are. Stop lying,
The
please.
frick?
No, I'm out of his league. Do you
the
understand?
frick?
I'm like up here. He's like down there. You know?
Uh-huh. Sure. Sure. Uh-huh.
What, man?
What?
We're gonna play a game in a bit. Did
So-
did we
Someone
want to
say,
play
"Stop
now?
lying. All of you are dating.
Wait,
Don't-
were we?
I mean, if you want to yap a little bit, I'm fine with it.
Oh la la. Yes, Tony, there will be ticket, but I don't know when it will be available.
Holy moly.
What the frick? I love you are dating, yes, and Senz is definitely the top. Of course, he have a sadistic energy, but he's really impressive, in my opinion. But I
What?
think Senz is also like, you know, really submissive, especially towards women.
What?
So I think he's very sweet, but he's like, you know, like really the little pet of women, on the very hard top on boys. I think that's my take.
Okay,
My
the
opinion.
boys part was correct. I am hard top on boys, but I am not. I
Oh
am
my
not
God.
submissive to women. I'm a switch, okay, and a selective submissive to women. Like she's got to be like 6 foot tall, like goth mommy type thing, you know?
I agree.
You agree?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
What controls did you guys do for the presets?
Hmm?
The controls, you know? There's presets.
I didn't change anything. Oh. I don't know actually. Forgot.
Okay. Are we gonna talk in game or out of game?
I think out of game is better. Like our microphone here is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Friend pass. As you have a learner's permit, You're able to struggle through the game as normal, but with a handful of restrictions. You'll need to join a lobby of a current lobby. You won't earn cosmetics or achievements. I don't give a fuck. All right, invite me.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me try whether I can.
Yeah, friend pass means that only you have to host.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta.
So can you invite me,
Right.
please?
Hold on. Hold on.
I'm holding on if you want. Yes. Hold on. Hello, Dracozork. How are you?
I have to fit you guys in my mobile thing. There we go. Okay.
Accueillir. Hello, Scara.
Oh wait. Okay. We do not. You can mute all of us in the game, but like keep the microphone on in game because it's quite funny. Yeah, but we
What?
talk on Discord.
I don't
New
understand
season,
why.
new season.
So why don't we
So
just use?
basically, like, cause the audio is better on Discord.
So wait,
I
what am I doing then? Character mouth. Oh, there's a
basically just
character
mute-
mouth animation. I see.
Yeah. That's why it's funny. Yeah. Okay, I invited. Can you see?
Yeah, I'm joining. Hey,
Hold on, I need to find.
How can I? How can
how
I
do
join
I
you?
how do I mute
Hold
your
on, I'm
ass?
finding you. What?
How do I mute your ass? I don't want to hear you.
Yes, it's an English stream for that part.
In
Shadow
the
Kite.
audio, you can.
Oh yeah,
just
voice. I see.
Turn down.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi. Hello.
Eh? For some reason, I cannot potential passenger in game. Oh, Catbot is in game. What?
TTV/catbot.
Wait, I can't invite you though.
Why?
I can invite. Never mind. I can't.
Oh yeah. You invite.
I can invite. I cannot. For some
you
reason.
Cannot? I also cannot invite for some reason. Yeah. Do you
So
have to buy
what?
the game?
Oh wait, invite. Do it through the Steam thing.
Oh, it worked.
Oh wait, it says one friend pass per paid player. That's why.
Oh.
So someone has to buy it. So you have to buy the game.
Why me? I can, but why me?
Because I am spending $400 on emotes today. I'm broke.
I spent 400 of emotes. Me too today.
You have more money than I do. You have more money than I do. You have more money
You
than I
have more money than I
do. Do you
have?
want to go? Do you want to see my bank account right now? I literally have two numbers on my bank account. Do you want to go band for band, bro?
I have 4 numbers on my
I
bank
have
account.
I have like 20 bucks in my bank account. Do you want to go band for band?
I have 4 numbers in my bank account, but I have a minus in front of.
Oh, the minus. I don't think your bank can allow that.
I mean, you can go negative. That thing it happens if you're really shit with money.
Let me buy the game because I'm not like SENZ'S. I'm not a selfish person.
I'm fucking broke. I don't have money.
I'm broke. Me too. Fuck you.
Okay, if you're actually broke, I'll do it. Are you actually broke? Because I will buy it.
No. I'm not broke at all.
You piece of shit.
Damn, flexing.
Why are you calling me a piece of shit?
Because you lied to me. I'm not lying. I'm being serious. I am broke.
I'm not broke, but it's okay.
Okay.
On the Catbot bank account, I have 3,500 euros.
Damn. Why do you just randomly just say it out loud?
That's way more money than I have.
Why? Because he asked me if I was broke. Why I didn't have to say that. It's a
Damn.
weird American rule. What's the
Bro
point?
has to prove it. Bro has to prove that he isn't broke.
I don't have to prove anything.
He's just flexing on us, bro.
True.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are supposed to be richer than me, huh?
Okay, that's fine.
Senz,
Huh?
you got sponsorship from Blue Protocol, for instance, huh?
Yeah.
Me not, and me not.
Do you know how much I made from that Blue Protocol sponsorship?
No, I don't know. Tell me.
Like $60.
What? Really?
That's
Yeah.
60 more than me.
That dude, because Twitch has been rolling out sponsorships, but they've been cheapo, like El Cheapo, like barely giving us anything.
It's not cheap,
That's
like
so sad.
it's hard poverty.
It's
Can
what?
You invite me now?
You got the game?
Yeah. Can invite me.
For some reason, I still cannot see the invite thing.
Oh, this energy drink is so bad. Oh,
Can you invite me, Senz, please?
I can try.
I'm
not able to.
The game. It's been 1 hour late.
Yeah, for some reason, I also
I
cannot
cannot
able to.
invite you.
Oh, fuck you.
I can invite Line Chew.
Wait, Silva, are you set to like offline mode or something like that?
Oh, okay. I had to. Yeah. Okay. Now you can invite me.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Brother.
I still don't
Or maybe
see
I need to
the-
invite you.
Do it through
maybe.
Steam,
Oh.
Ben. Do it through Steam.
Alright.
Up.
I have to piss.
Have a good piss.
Oh no, I'm not going. Actually, yes I am.
No.
Yes I am.
What? Make up your mind. Oh my god.
Going to piss.
Okay. How can I change my skin? I want to be an old grandma. Okay. Okay. Perfect.
I think I need to. Oh, is it because you're already in a game? That's why I can't invite you, because you're in the game.
I'm in the game. Yes.
Oh wait, you're already here. Eepee!
Why are you so weird?
What? I'm an old
What?
man.
What the frick?
What the frick?
What the frick?
Oi,
What the frick?
what the frick?
No, you
What
don't
the
say
frick?
it. Shut up. Wait, how do you change your character?
Down there. You can see the thing down there.
Oh no, I don't think I can because I'm a free-to-play guy.
Ooh.
Hello.
Ooh.
Hello,
Bad.
Silva.
Yeah.
So in your settings, go to audio, go to gameplay, turn off push to talk, and put character mouth animation always, and just turn in audio, turn voice all the way down. So we're gonna use Discord, but we still want to use the in-game so our mouths move when you talk.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Franglish, please.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to translate. My friend, go to setting, Silva.
Okay.
Go to setting, go to gameplay, turn
Yeah.
push to talk off, character
Okay.
mouth animation always, and then apply.
Okay.
And go
Okay.
to audio and turn voice all the way to zero.
Okay. Good. It's done.
Tu comprends? Tu comprends?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand.
Ouais.
Cool. Good.
Alright, you know how to play this game?
No, it's
No.
my first time here.
Okay, so basically one person have to drive at you, but you cannot see the road, and then two of us at the back have to explain to you how to drive.
Oh, fuck.
But you're driving, no? You're the
it?
driver, Ben.
Oh, no, we can switch. We
Oh.
can switch around.
Who's
Yeah.
who's gonna be driving?
We can take turns, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Alright, is everyone ready? Alright, let's go.
Grandma's house.
What the fuck?
This guy's voice is
Late
deep.
again.
Why is this like a comic? Oh. What?
oh, fuck.
This guy's voice is deep. Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Bro, you
Hello.
ugly as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Look, you can just switch like this, I think. Oh. Yeah.
What the?
There you go. What the? What have you done? Wait. Who's who? Wait, who's driving right now?
You? No.
Why I'm driving?
Soba's driving.
How do you
I don't-
switch
I don't
seats?
see- I don't see the road.
Wait, stop.
Okay,
I
we
don't
have to
see
exit.
the
Press
road.
up, press up, press up.
What is up? What is up?
How do I go to the
What's
front
up?
seat? How do I go to the front
Okay,
seat?
whoa! You cannot. You can only sit at the back. That's why
Oh.
it's called backseat drivers. Yeah.
Oli.
How are you driving? Why is it upside down?
Where even are we?
We are in the
Where-
parking
where
lot.
I
We have to get out of here. Why do you look like that?
Left mouse button interact.
Why do you look like that?
I never get my driver license.
Yo, wait,
Me
Ben,
too.
Ben. Why do you look like the main antagonist from fucking the Lorax? You look like that little dude with the hair. You know what I'm talking about? The bad guy in the
No.
Lorax?
Yeah,
The
I know.
little short guy? Doesn't he look
No,
like
I
that guy?
don't. He's fat. I'm not fat.
I cannot handle that. Replace me.
Doesn't
Let
he look
me
like the
go.
villain from the Lorax, bro? What was that song that he sings? Burn
Let
it
it
down, burn
die,
it
let
down.
it
Oh yeah,
die.
let it die, let it die. Mr. O'Hare, bro.
Oh my god.
Let it die, let it die.
We're trapped. We're trapped. We're
Alright,
trapped.
Silva, do you know how to drive? Drive,
No.
boy! Why is the car upside down?
How do we flip it? How do you flip the car?
Please,
I don't
please,
know.
drive. Do something.
How do you flip the car? There has to be a button,
I
no?
don't know. I don't know. Why are you switching on the lights?
What's
Okay,
happening?
wait, guys, do you see it moving or?
Well, you can turn down. You can bring down the windows. That's crazy.
Yeah, you can. Am I driving? Why isn't it moving? It's actually for real. I'm not driving right now. Silva, what have you done? You literally.
I don't know.
How do you flip the car? Just restart level.
You flipped the car.
I'm
we have to
restarting.
restart. Yeah, we're restarting.
You
How do you
could have
manage to
restarted
flip the
checkpoint. Why'd you restart the whole level?
Ow. It's fine.
Why it's me again? Okay, tell me what should I do? Okay. What?
We have to
okay,
give you
okay.
directions,
Go
bro.
forward. Yeah, go
Yeah, go forward. Go forward.
Oh,
No.
I'm not in the car anymore.
What the f-
Okay.
Go.
Why am I driving?
Go in front of. Go in front of.
Go.
No,
Go
in front
forward.
of,
Go
not-
forward.
No
Forward.
back. Front of.
Forward.
Forward,
Front.
forward, go forward.
Front, old lady.
What'd you say, Sonny? Can you speak up? My ears don't work like they used to.
Okay, Grandma. I need you to
Hey.
go forward.
You want me to put it in your ass?
No, I do not want you to do that. No.
You want me to peg you?
No, Grandma. I
No,
don't need you
forward.
to peg
Can you-
me.
Let's turn
Can
down
you just
Daisy.
move forward, please?
What the frick, Grandma? I think we're
I
freezing.
froze you. Is it a little hot in here?
Help, Grandma! Help!
I'm feeling a little hot, Sonny. I need the weather. I'm feeling a little hot in here.
Grandma! Help!
I don't understand. What's that fucking game? What's happening? What?
What the frick, Grandma?
Sonny, is everything okay? It's a little cold in here. It's a little cold.
Grandma, I think it's a little bit too hot
It's
now.
cold.
Grandma,
Hey,
it's a
wait,
little bit
it's-
too hot. Grandma, I can smell my own peanut.
Why are you not
Let me turn on the
moving?
windshield wipers, Sonny.
Just move. Can you just move, please? I beg you on my phone. Just move.
Okay,
Just
Grandma, I
move.
need you to
All right,
move
boy.
forward.
You shut your mouth when I'm talking up here, boy. You want to turn this car around? I will turn this car around and clap your cheeks, young man.
Grandma, why do you become Grandpa?
You want me to turn this car around, fuck them cheeks, boy?
What the frick?
What?
Grandma,
what are
you have to
saying?
go
what
forward.
Are you saying?
I'm stuck. I can't even move the damn car.
Why are you
What are you
stuck?
doing? You have to press. Oh, you hit the bag. You have to press E to move forward, Grandma.
I'm pressing E!
Oh.
What is he?
Or is it Q? Is it Q? Uh-huh. We're never getting out of here.
Sense from
Boy, if you don't
Texas.
tell, why the fuck is our steering wheel a pizza, bro? Can you take off this dumbass skin? Yo, get me out of this fucking seat. Someone else drive.
What
What's
the?
that?
What the frick? Grandma! I can't speak!
What should I do? We cannot do anything. I didn't see the road.
Grandma, I cannot speak.
Oh,
Grandma,
cool.
do you know how to drive?
Oh, can I change place?
What? You wanna drive?
Get me the fuck out of that seat, dude.
Let me drive, Bean. You're so bad. Let me
Okay.
drive.
Well, I haven't even.
No, let him
started
drive.
yet.
Let him drive. Let him drive. Actually, let Silva drive. Let Silva drive.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
maybe we should remove.
Can you switch the fucking the steering wheel?
No, this is the steering wheel that we get. This
Okay.
is the one that we get.
Okay.
Oh, you stuff it in my mouth.
I got. Oh, you want me to stuff it in your mouth, huh?
Okay.
No, what? That's not what I meant. Can you take this thing off my mouth?
You want me to stuff it in your mouth, huh?
I need to put my keyboard on QWERTY.
Oh my
Okay. I need to put
God.
my keyboard on QWERTY. That's the main issue. Okay, guys. Okay, it will be.
You want me to stuff it in your mouth, yes?
Oh my god. Can
No.
you take it out of my mouth, please?
Oh, there's arcade mode, which makes it easier. Look at this arcade
is-
mode. I guess it makes it too easy, though.
Yep. Alright, can we
Why
move
I
forward
don't-
now?
I can't. I don't know why. What's happened?
I think you have to put it in drive. Put it in drive. Bro, put it in drive. Put it in
Oh
drive.
yes. Oh, like that. Yeah.
Ah!
Oh! Calm down! Slow down, Grandma!
Move your bitch
Grandma,
ass
slow
out of the
down.
way. Bin.
Let me...
No, bitch, you already
I
played this game. Fuck you.
What? What the frick? You got this game for free!
That's
For
right.
me!
I didn't get it from.
Frick!
Okay. Good.
Okay. Oh, okay, move forward, Grandma. Yeah, just move forward. Move forward.
Okay.
Just keep on
Okay.
going.
Okay.
Just keep
I
on
want
going. Okay,
McDonald's. I want
Shut up.
McDonald's.
Move forward.
I want McDonald's.
Forward. Shut up!
I want
Forward.
McDonald's.
Shut up, Billy! Forward!
I want McDonald's.
But
Listen
how can
here,
I
you old
turn?
bitch.
How can I turn?
Stop at a fucking McDonald's and get me a 10-piece, or I'm gonna blow up this car.
Hello.
Grandma, move forward. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, okay, move forward. Just keep on going. Just keep on going. Straight. Go. Move forward. Yeah.
Bro,
okay,
you
okay,
need to
okay,
speak his language. Ratatouille. Move
Left,
forward.
Go left.
Ah!
Oh my freaking. Oh. Grandma. I can't feel my legs, Grandma.
What's happened? What's happening? Why are we dying? Why are we dying?
Grandma, why are we in heaven?
What the
Why are we...
hell? Oh, the car's on fire.
Grandma, I don't want to be chicken nuggets.
Bro. Alright.
I
Turn
don't
the
know
heater
why
up. Grandma, it's cold back here. Grandma, do you mind turning the fucking AC off?
Oh, AC off like that. Okay, good.
Grandma, why is the screen? Can you like wipe the windshield, please?
Oh, can I do that?
Turn the heater on. Turn the heater on.
What is the heater on?
Le heater, it is cold freezing. I need to heat up my balls. They are shriveled and small because it's cold.
Like that.
Yes.
Oh my god, that is
Too
way
much, too much.
Grandma,
Yeah,
this is way
yeah.
too much. Grandma, why are you just looking at us, Grandma?
But why we are in even right now? What should I do?
I'm gonna crack a window.
Yeah, let me move the window down.
Oh, we can.
Oh, this is so much better.
It's too hot.
That's so much better. Grandma, I'm dying. My balls are cooked. It's actually
Grandma,
cooked.
turn the heater off. My balls are saggy and sweaty.
Oh look, I saw the solution. I find the solution.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oof. Alright.
Where should I go now?
Droite.
Droite. Okay.
Droite.
Okay, turn right. Front and right.
Grandma, you must go droite. Oui.
Like that?
Yeah, but forward, stupid bitch.
Ah, forward. Okay.
And right.
I'm not stupid, bitch.
Forward right.
Hey, back.
Oh my,
Too much.
Where's the right?
You're
Where
going.
was the right?
You're going too far.
Reverse.
What should I go now?
You have to U-turn. You have to do a U-turn.
Oh,
To the right. Droite. Putain de merde, grandma! Wait, good. Left. Forward.
okay, good.
Okay,
Left.
No.
Gauche.
Oh my god, Grandma! I can't feel my legs! Oh.
Back.
Oh, back. Okay.
Okay.
Left.
Forward, Oh my, left.
No,
left.
forward and left.
Forward, left.
Okay. Forward.
Gauche.
Yeah.
Ah!
That's evil.
Go back. No, you're going the wrong fucking way.
It's very sensitive, you know.
I got tooth
I'm
sensitive
pretty
things for you to. I have two things that are sensitive for you right here, buddy. Turn around. U-town.
Grandma.
Okay.
Grandma, do a U-turn. Grandma.
Grandma, I'm hungry.
Shut up.
Yes.
Shut up.
No, you shut up.
You shut up.
You got the game for free.
Okay.
You know what else? I'm gonna get that ass for free. Shut up.
What the frick? Wait, what the? Oh, nice.
Turn left.
Same things now. Okay.
Gauche,
do this,
gauche.
and do this and do this. Yes. Okay. Back.
Okay. Good. Why back
Back.
again?
Because you're hitting a wall.
Okay. Back. Okay. So that way.
Yes. Okay. Front left.
Left. Gauche.
Front left.
Mon ami.
Yes. Front
Gauche. Left.
Front left.
Okay.
Left.
Passons dans mon cul. Gauche.
Gauche again.
Yes.
Left again.
Yes. Very
Oh.
left. But you're on a wall now.
Okay.
No, not right. You're wrong again.
It's hell. It's hell. You should try. It's hell.
Oh my freaking.
Droite.
Grandma, I can't feel my face.
Yes, right.
What the frick? What the frick?
It's been dead.
Grandma, I'm outside the car.
Wait, where's Ben? He's dead.
Oh, I'm back again. Hi. Do you say about me?
Hello. Mais qu'est-ce que dit ça?
Back.
Oh my, Grandma, what the? Grandma, how do you?
Forward. Left, forward and left.
Okay. Forward, left.
Forward and gauche.
Forward, left.
Okay, gauche.
Yes.
Gauche.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Left.
Oh.
Okay.
Left.
Hi, milk.
Okay.
Left.
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 No, you're stuck now. Ah.
You have to go back again.
Passons
You have
dans
to go
mon
back
cul.
again.
Oh, we're parallel parked. How the
Okay,
fuck did you
left,
parallel
left,
park us here, bro?
We're stuck.
Grandma,
Yeah.
you're
1 to 2
pissing me
minutes.
off.
We're stuck.
Forward and right a little bit. Forward
Okay,
and
forward,
straight, just straight. Little bit
Why?
straight.
Why there is my teeth? Look, there is my teeth. Oh.
No!
Help! I can't
Okay.
feel my penis.
That's because you don't
my
have one.
God.
You have bussy.
Because you.
Oh my.
Where is the body? What?
What?
What-
I don't
what-
know, Grandma. You tell me, Grandma.
Turn the windshield wipers off.
Where should we go now?
front right, front right, front right, front right.
But this fucking car is impossible to.
Oh my god.
Turn the windshield wipers off.
Grandma, help! I'm on your lap, Grandma. Help!
Bounce on
Help
it. Bounce
me.
on it.
Frick.
Wait, you're good. Wait, you're good. You're good. Right.
Yes,
Droit.
yes,
Droit.
right. Oh, what the?
Did you shit?
What?
Oh! Crack a window.
Grandma!
She shit.
Grandma. Oh my
Oh.
god, where's your elderly diapers?
Oh, it's a checkpoint.
Can
look.
you turn the
We are in
windshield
good
wipers off?
direction.
Huh?
We are in the good
Hey,
direction, but,
hey, Frenchie. Turn the windshield wipers off.
What is?
Le wiper, the windshield, the thing go in front of you. You see it? Turn it off. You don't see it in front of you. It go.
Help me.
Okay. You need to go back.
Gauche,
Okay,
left.
okay. Alright, now left, front left. But hard left, hard.
No, left.
No.
Putain,
hard,
merde,
hard
left.
Back.
Okay,
back.
back.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Grandma.
Left,
Help! I'm
left.
on your feet again.
Left.
I'm on your feet again.
Bro, you're a
Grandma,
pussy,
help,
Ben.
I can't-
Ben, you're such a weakling. I haven't fell down one time, bitch. What's wrong with you?
Alright, you sit in the middle. You sit in the middle.
You
sit
keep
in the
falling
middle.
down. You suck.
No,
What-
you
what should
sit
I
in the
do
middle
now?
then. You sit in the middle.
Sit on
What
my
should I
fucking
do
balls.
now?
Left, gauche.
What? Grandma, help. Can you bring me to a hospital? Alright, you sit in the front.
But it's not
Too much.
left, it's
Go back
right.
back a little bit. Okay, now right.
Oh,
Hard right. Front right.
Forward.
Front right. Front right. Yes, hard. Right, hard. Yeah!
what?
Oh. Please. Where even am I?
What
Okay,
the
bon.
frick? What is that?
Look.
What is this, chocolate?
Oh. No, it's not chocolate.
Forward,
Front,
wait!
front. Yes.
Left a little bit, left a little bit.
Left, a little bit left.
Ah, again.
Yes. Yeah.
Put it in drive, Grandma.
oh yes, forward, just forward.
Forward.
Stuck again.
Forward, don't do anything else. No. It's not stuck.
Why'd you bring down the fucking the like mirror, bro? Put those up so I can see it. The mirror above you. Put it up.
Oh.
The other one on the right too. The shade. Put it up all the way. I can't see you. Tu comprends? Put it up your ass, up.
I can't. It's impossible.
No, it's not. You just have to use your mouse to
You're
do it.
killing
Grandma.
me.
Yeah.
So what we are doing now? What we are doing
Alright,
now?
just go forward and slightly right.
But we're stuck.
Put the one on the right
Oh.
up too. One on the right, to your right.
I'm not in the place anymore.
Whee!
Oh, you're not
Okay,
driving
okay.
anymore?
No.
Oh, you want him to drive?
No. I think he's driven enough. No.
Wait, where's the brakes?
Are you fucking stupid?
Sova, your brakes? Why do you put it in manual? What? Where's the Q on the brakes?
What is Q on brakes? I don't know. I'm French. I don't understand English. You stupid. I'm your French grandma. What? Hello.
Backwards. You messed up the brakes.
Do checkpoint.
Alright, where am I? Oh.
Holy. Front. Move. Forward. off.
向前，
Yeah.
Changshan, Changshan,
Changshan,
Changshan, Changshan.
Changshan. Left, left.
Oh! Roll the window down. Grandma's gassing us. Oh.
talking about? What are you talking about? I didn't fart. You fart.
What the frick?
Shut up.
What the frick?
You better shut up now, Sonny. Alright.
Grandma, I want McDonald's.
Yeah.
Grandma, I want McDonald's. I want McDonald's.
I'm trying.
Put the
I'm
mirror on the
trying,
right
son.
up. Put the mirror on the right up. Never mind. What the
I got it.
What?
What? What the? What
You
have
just-
you done?
Who
Oh
the
my
fuck
God,
just
where's
invited me to
heaven?
play? What? How'd I get an invite?
What?
Someone just invited
What the
me.
frick?
Why does that pop
What
up on
the
my
frick?
screen?
What the frick?
Back
Grandma,
up.
where's the?
Your
Why-
grandma,
why-
stupid.
Oh. You know what? I need some music. There you go. Oof. Finally, some peace and quiet. All right.
Back up. Oh!
Frank.
Oh, get me out. Oh my god.
Is you
It's...
good?
No,
Are
get
you-
me
are
away
you
from
good?
you. I don't like looking at you.
Grandma.
What do you mean? Yeah, I can pick you up.
fuck.
I can
We,
pick
we,
you up.
we will never get away with it.
Put me down, bitch.
You better shut up in the back. Okay. All right. Is
It's
this
so
in reverse or
stressful.
front? That's what driving is. Okay. And then.
Am I like permadead? What's going on? Oh.
Oh,
That's
oh, Frank. Why are you here? Is you okay?
Grandma, I want McDonald's.
I will get you your.
Grandma, I want McDonald's. I want McDonald's. I want a 10-piece and a Sprite. I want a 10-piece and a Sprite. I want a 10. I want McDonald's. I want McDonald's. I want a 10-piece and a Sprite. I want a 10-piece and a Sprite.
Bro, this car is driving by itself.
I want a 10-piece and a Sprite.
Why
Why
are
the
you
frick is
so
this car
bad?
driving by itself?
Why are you so bad at
No.
the game?
Grandma, if you don't give me a
Oh,
fucking
wow.
McDonald's, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. I'm gonna fucking blow up this car.
Dude, then. Freaking.
I want a 10-piece of McDonald's. What is that?
Where am I? No
Why do I
one.
have a Why do I have a tape in my mouth? The fuck?
Yeah, you like
I'm
that,
dead.
huh?
I'm dead.
You are dead. Wait, can I?
You fucking bean put me in the cooch.
Hey, can I like?
Let me drive. Let me drive.
Okay. All right, Grandma. Hey.
All right, give me directions, bitch.
Move
Forward,
forward.
just forward, just forward. Forward, that's it. That's
Go
it, that's
forward.
literally it. Forward.
No, okay.
Hold
okay,
on,
just
hold on.
just move a bit forward.
Okay.
Can you move forward? No, not that
Wait,
way.
where's the
On
fucking
the right.
where's the
On the
clutch?
right.
You stupid. We don't have the clutch. It's back there. Give me the
Yeah, you see what I mean? You see what I meant just now?
Why I have that?
I need the
Because
clutch.
You drove it and then you. Yeah, you see what I meant? You see what I meant?
Give me the parts. Give me the parts.
I don't have it.
That was all, is it not?
No,
Yeah, now you got the cube.
no, there,
No?
no. I don't have the clutch.
What a break.
Beside you. Beside. No,
What?
next seat, below, next seat below.
Who are you talking to?
You!
Where?
But, okay, next seat, and then like it's on the floor. It's on the next seat
Oh, I see
floor.
it.
Yeah. There we go. Wait, what the? Oh. What is that? Oh, that's the windshield. Your
I-
windshield.
Where are we going?
Okay. Okay, forward. Okay, we need to get to that thing.
The ticket.
Forward.
We need to get a ticket.
Forward.
Woof.
Forward. Yeah. Okay. Back.
Fuck, you're
back.
so bad, Oli.
Give me directions, bitch.
Forward on the right. Forward, yes, good. Forward, right. No, but we need to take a ticket.
Wait. Go back. Let me yeet this.
Okay,
Okay.
a bit
Hold on,
more
hold on.
right. A bit more right.
Hold on, I'm gonna LeBron James this. Wait. Forward.
Right. No, forward.
Forward.
I'm going forward.
Yeah, good. Slowly. No, yeah, more
A
quickly.
little bit more.
left.
A little bit more.
What's
Okay,
that,
left.
Sonny? My ears don't work like they used to. What did you say?
Okay, took a bit left.
Left.
No, left, not right.
Left.
No, not that way. Stupid.
Okay.
Stupid bitch.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Fuck you.
no,
How's
no,
this?
no.
How's this, stupid bitch?
What
do you like
the
this?
frick?
How's this?
What the frick?
What the frick? We need to get to the ticket. I need to yeet this thing inside of the coin machine.
Where am I going?
Okay, hold on. Forward.
Right.
Forward.
Okay, let me try to yeet this thing. No, you have to get really close to it.
Okay.
You have to get close to it.
Is it that
Can we
thing?
just restart? We're trapped. It's over. Oh, good. Just
Have your coin ready.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready. Yeah! Let's go. All right. Move.
All right. Where am I going?
Okay,
Forward,
right,
and then right.
Right.
Forward, right. Yes.
Turn
Give me
right.
the tape. I want to listen to some music.
Forward, turn right.
What do you want to
Oh
listen
yeah,
to?
that's beautiful. I remember back in my day, we used to listen to this song with your grandpa. He had a big
Oh.
fat dick. It was like
No,
10
no.
inches. Very big heavy balls your grandpa had. Very big heavy balls.
Can you just move and shut up, please? Right,
Very big heavy balls. You
Right,
guys don't know how it was back then.
forward.
Nowadays everyone's a femboy with a 1 centimeter peener like you two. You guys are at 1
Boy,
centimeter penis.
I do not love
You guys
being
are
with
1
one of them.
centimeter penis. Back
No,
in my
I
day,
am.
we had real men with big penis.
Oh,
Back in my day,
Left.
you guys don't understand. Oh,
Hello,
but
Spira, thank you for the sub. Left.
Grandma, you
Left.
should take your meds,
Right.
Grandma.
left.
Do you know how
I'm
to
done.
differentiate between left and right?
You said left, stupid bitch. I went left.
It's right. It's not left, it's right.
You
No,
said
okay, no.
left.
Right
It's
now,
not me,
right.
I didn't say that.
Sova said left.
Okay,
Okay.
right, and okay, forward, and then right, and then right.
Right.
Right. Hard left, hard right,
Left?
yeah.
Okay, no, not
No,
left.
hard right.
No, forward.
What?
Forward.
Wait.
Oh, you ran out of gas.
Oh, do you have to switch seats when you run out of gas?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's our
interesting.
time limit.
Motherfucker! Don't say right if it's left. Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Forward. Left a little bit. Forward.
Ah!
Yeah. All right. Left.
Stop.
Okay, back
Stop.
left. What?
Grandma,
Not again.
I want McDonald's. Grandma, I want McDonald's. Wait, Grandma, can we get the 6-7 meal? 6-7. Bombardillo, crocodile. Grandma, where's my iPad? Grandma, where's my iPad? I want to scroll YouTube shorts. Widdly. Grandma, 6-7. Can I have my iPad? I want to play Fortnite. Grandma, I want to play Fortnite. Where's my iPad?
Frick. Oh, frick.
All right, kids. Looks like I'm in the driver's seat now. Your old grandma's got to get her saggy tits in motion. Where are we?
All right, Grandma. Okay.
Where are we? I'm stuck. What am I stuck on?
We have to reverse. Reverse. Yeah. And then left, front left by reverse again. Front left, reverse, front left. Oh. Yes. Okay. Forward left.
Which way, Sonny?
Are you okay? Oh, back and then forward left. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Forward right. Right. Yes. Okay. Okay, left a little bit. Oh, you're almost there. Okay, reverse.
Gauche.
Reverse and then forward right.
Tout droit.
Forward right. Yeah. Okay.
Recule, then
Reverse.
right.
And then forward. Okay.
Tout droit.
There we go.
Gauche.
All right,
You
left.
kids
Okay.
don't
Forward.
You kids don't know how easy we had it back in the day. You kids these days have no
Okay,
idea.
Droite.
Grandma, just drive.
What do you
drive, Grandma.
What do you mean drought? I don't have a drought in my pants. I'm as wet as ever. Ask your grandpa.
Means right. Droite
It's
means
not.
right.
There's no drought. No drought. I'm as wet as ever. You can ask your grandpa with his big dick.
What the frick?
Oh.
I'm dead. Let me in.
Which way am I going, Sonny?
What,
Which
Solvat,
way?
why are you spreading it? Look at Solvat.
Oh.
Why is he spreading it?
Help me. Grandma, help me.
Listen, young man. It's been a while since I've had a man in my seat. Let me put you right here. There you go. Give
Why are you spreading it for Grandma?
Get the fuck out of here. Get in the back seat.
I'm just dead.
Where am I going?
Okay, can you move forward and right? Yeah.
Forward and
Slightly
right or
right.
left?
Yeah. No, right. Yes. Okay. We
Save
need the coin. We need the coin. Oh, you're back. All right.
I'm back, yeah.
Reverse. Okay, now we need the ticket. I got the ticket. I
What
got
is
the
this
parking ticket.
for?
Oh, frick.
What the frick? I have a card.
What is this button
What?
thing for?
I have a card.
Oh, you have a coin. Okay. Reverse. Oi, Grandma.
Reverse. Okay. How much am I
Reverse. Oh, yeah,
reversing?
stop. Can I? A little bit forward. There we go. All right. Let's go. Grandma, forward. Charge.
Okay, droite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a better driver than both of you.
Oh, we succeeded finally. Oh, we're so strong.
Only took us 30 minutes. That's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm a better driver than both of you.
What the Shigma? That's you,
Did
Grandma.
she just say I got scared by the bussy? Is that what she said?
What is Bussy? What is Bussy?
Wait, whose stomach is grumbling? What the fuck is that?
What is Bussy?
that would
What
be
does it
mine.
mean?
Bussy,
What
bussy,
does it
boy
mean?
pussy.
Boy pussy. Oli.
That's what you have.
Oh my god.
Yes, I have.
Hmm.
Oh my god. Alright. Forward.
Hmm.
Forward, Grandma. Grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma.
Hmm.
Grandma. I'm really hungry, Grandma. Can we get the McDonald's? Grandma. Grandma. I think
Hello, Grandma.
Grandma.
Get my baby.
Grandma, can you start driving now? We're really hungry. You
Okay.
hear that? Alright. Forward.
But there is traffic.
Grandma.
Oh, what's that? You're hungry, young man? Don't worry, we'll stop by McDonald's and get you a McRib. Oh yeah.
Grandma, I want you to. Oh my god, Grandma! Whoa!
Get the fuck out of my way!
Oh,
I need to get a McRib for my boy. Backing up!
Grandma,
Beep,
have you took your
beep,
meds?
beep!
Grandma!
Okay.
Grandma, that was a really weird dream, Grandma. That was a really weird dream.
Whose stomach growled? Is someone hungry? I've got to get some
Yes,
food
we're
for
really
my boy.
hungry, Grandma.
Let's go to McDonald's.
Alright, grandma.
I gotta get to McDonald's.
Right, forward.
Oh.
Grandma! Someone get the window open! Oh my God,
Sorry,
fresh air.
boys. I had some prunes before this. I just shitted. Ooh.
What the frick? Grandma,
Someone crack a window.
Open the window, someone.
Someone crack a window. Grandma just shitted. Oh.
Grandpa! Grandpa, I swear to God.
Sorry, guys. I had Chipotle before we got in the car.
Grandma, I don't think I'm hungry anymore.
I heard a stomach growl. Don't worry, guys. We're going to
I
McDonald's.
smell too much rotten
McDonald's!
meat, Grandma. Hold on, okay.
They just came
Grandma,
back out with the McRib. Oh,
Oh, we need to reverse.
my gas is
Grandma,
out.
where's my sibling? Oh, Grandma, we have to reverse.
Okay.
We have to
No.
reverse.
No.
Grandma, I'm hungry. I require sustenance.
Where should I go now?
Grandmother, I'm hungry. I require sustenance.
Grandma, I think you're going backwards. Grandma, you're going backwards.
My eyes!
Can you stop with that light?
Grandma, I'm hungry. I require sustenance. It's been quite a while since I've had a meal. Did you hear that? That was my stomach growling. Grandma,
Grandma,
I need some food, Grandma.
Grandma.
It's been a
We're
while.
backward. Okay. Forward left.
Forward left.
Gosh! Oh!
Stay. Oh. Oh, Grandma, that was a really weird dream, Grandma.
Can I go? Can I go now?
Hold on.
Youch!
Okay, no, go. Step on it. Oh, you're too late.
Okay. Can I go now?
Okay, yes. Go. No. Actually, no. Too late. Okay.
I need. Okay. I need.
Okay, go.
No,
Wait, never mind. Too late.
Repair. Yeah, that. Put it
She needs the clutch.
Okay, there you go. Put it in, Grandma. Put it in.
Yeah,
What
good.
the fuck?
Okay, can I go?
Yes, go. No. Yes. Oh, that was so close.
Okay. Okay, can I go now?
Yes, go. No, you revert. Grandma, you are going the wrong. Wait, hold on. Don't go yet. Grandma!
That's not logical.
Grandma, what do you have for dinner last night?
Hold
Oh
on,
my
let me
God.
smell. What's up? Grandma, turn off the windshield wiper, stupid bitch. You're pissing me off.
Oh, we pass. Oh, we pass. Good.
Oh, we did? Okay,
Grandmother,
okay.
turn
Now-
off the
now-
windshield
now you-
wipers.
You need to go reverse because you're stuck here. You're
Grandma,
stuck.
turn off the windshield wiper.
Okay.
Okay, forward.
Oh, I'm hungry. Grandma, I need food.
Why?
We need to be really fast.
I made it past it, no problem.
Tell me go.
Oh my God. Okay,
Let me
wait.
Oh.
Wait. Okay, now go. Yes. Oh, Grandma. What the? Grandma?
Uh-oh.
Break? What a break. Oh. I think we will die if
Turn
I-
off the windshield wipers!
Okay. It's evil.
Grandma, if you don't turn off these windshield wipers, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Do you want to die?
Tell me go, my shine. Tell
Okay,
me
now go. Now. Why you always move to the left?
Why are you
Oh my
curving to the
God,
left?
why you
Do you have
always
dementia?
move to the-
Do you have
Why can't you
Alzheimer's?
just move forward. just hit the.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Forward, right. Forward, right.
Why we are not dying?
Why do you want to die, Grandma?
Oh my god. Where the fuck are we?
Oh my god.
I don't feel so good.
Grandma. Wait, the way you sit is kind of funny.
It's your turn.
Why do you leave me off in this position?
Grandma, I don't feel so good.
It's okay, Sonny.
It's okay.
There you go.
Sound like that.
I fixed your problem.
POV Elmo. POV Elmo is your grandma.
Lizard, lizard,
What the frick?
lizard, 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 lizard,
What
lizard,
the frick?
lizard.
Okay, boys. We're gonna go now.
I didn't realize Elmo was my grandma, bro.
No,
My fault.
you, Sonny.
No!
No,
Move!
okay.
No!
Let's go!
My fault. I didn't realize Elmo was our grandma.
Alright.
Hey, grandma.
Am I able to go? What?
No. Ready? Go. Go, 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 go. You're going the wrong way!
What the
Stupid
frick
bitch!
is this in
Not that way.
reverse? This sucks.
Go, 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 go.
Okay.
Right, stop, 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 stop.
Let's
You're in a T position. Bro, he's literally standing emoji right now. Why is he frozen?
Sonny, are you okay? Hold
Save
on.
me! Save me! Save me!
Can you yeet this freaker out of here?
Who the fuck is that guy outside?
I don't know. I'm gonna crash him. Okay.
Put a tape in. Put a tape
Do you see
in.
my brakes? Do you see my brakes?
I don't want to
Give
see
me
your.
my brakes,
I don't.
Sonny.
Here's your
Give me my
grand. Here's your
freaking
fucking brakes, stupid.
What the frick? I'm not gonna get chicken nuggets anymore.
What did you just say?
What the frick?
I'm not getting you chicken nuggets anymore.
I want chicken nuggets.
What are you gonna do about
I
it?
want chicken nuggets. I want chicken
What are you gonna do
nuggets.
about it? Cry about it? What
I'm gonna
the
kill you.
frick?
No, someone help me.
I'm always dying.
What the fuck? You guys are so bad at driving. Oh my god.
Help me. Help me.
You try that.
Oh great.
Grandma, I'm hungry.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
Grandma.
Don't worry guys. Don't get this
Thank you,
thing.
papillon
Oh,
solaire.
what?
Don't worry guys. Don't get it there. Excuse me, Sonny. I
guys,
need
I'm
I
my.
not-
feel so good, Grandma. I don't feel
Guys,
so good.
I need the clutch, please. It's back there.
Here.
There we go. Was that so hard?
Okay, alright. Move forward. Yes. Okay. Forward and right.
Yeah, right.
Look at this amazing driving.
Yes,
I'd like to
yes.
fucking see you drive like this.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Where am I
Okay,
going?
reverse.
Backing up. Backing up.
Yeah, back up, Grandma. Let me see that. Alright.
What the fuck?
Right.
If you ever talk to me like that again, you disrespectful little shit, I will drive us into traffic and kill us all. Do you understand me?
I think that already happened
lost
multiple
your
times,
teeth.
Grandma.
You lost your teeth. I have your teeth in my hand.
Give me my
Look, I have teeth
Hey,
in my hand.
give me my teeth. Hey,
No, I think I will keep it.
give me my teeth, young man.
No.
Give
No,
me
no,
my
no.
teeth. Hey, give me my teeth.
No.
Yeah.
You're
Give
not
me my
Grandma.
fucking teeth, you little
You have
shitbag.
to put it inside Grandma.
If we come to McDonald's, I can give you your teeth.
How about I fucking come in your ass instead, you little bitch? Give me my teeth. Ah, thank you. I got my teeth back. Where are we going?
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, just move. Okay. Reverse.
Yes.
Okay.
Marche
Forward,
arrière.
right, slightly.
Forward, right,
Okay,
slightly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now forward. Full
Okay.
On forward.
Full on forward?
Okay. Right. Right. Oh my.
Okay.
Okay. Forward.
Why don't you come here and give Grandma a kiss?
What the? What?
Help me.
Why don't you give Grandma a kiss?
Oh,
Let's come grip camera case.
Help me. What the frick? What the frick?
Grandma, I think you need to go to jail, Grandma.
All right, where are we
I
going?
think.
Where are we going?
Forward. Just go forward.
Yeah, disgusting.
forward.
Forward?
Yes.
Okay, left. Yeah.
How left?
We're
Wait,
trapped.
actually not left. Okay, back. All right, forward, right.
Okay.
Yeah, forward, right. Okay, now forward. Yeah. Okay. Forward a little bit. Left. Full on left. Just full on it.
I'm stuck on
Okay,
something.
forward. I think the tree got us stuck. Okay, reverse and strike. Strike it. Yeah. Okay. Reverse.
Is that a police officer in front of me?
Yep.
Yeah, but he's
Grandma, act
busy
normal.
with
Guys,
the-
act normal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where the fuck
Grandma,
are
that's
we?
not normal. Grandma, that is not normal.
Where are we,
Grandma, that is
bro?
not normal. Grandma, I think we are upside down.
Where to?
Alright, forward. Just
Yeah.
full on, just straight on forward. No
Straight?
left, no right, just forward.
Okay, straight. Let's go.
Oh!
Don't worry, kids. I'll get you that McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Somebody wants a
Grandma,
kids
I'm
meal.
scared.
Woo!
Grandma, I'm scared. What the freak? Grandma, I'm scared. Oh, you did it, Grandma. Oh my god, you're so good. You're so good,
It's not
Grandma.
the good way. Okay. Just front of
Thank you,
pleine
Corpse Candle.
puissance. Maximal power.
Maximal
Yeah,
power?
Maximum power.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forward,
Just
maximal
hit on that.
I need
power.
my gas pedal.
Step on it, Grandma.
I don't have a gas pedal.
Here it is.
Give me gas pedal.
It's in below you. Alright, step on it, Grandma.
Stepping on it. Stepping on it.
Yeah. Let's
Stepping
go.
on it.
Alright. No. Don't
Okay.
go back. Don't go back.
No.
Stepping on it. Stepping on it.
Yeah. Okay. Now full forward.
Stepping on it.
Oh my god.
Full forward.
Forward. Now.
Oh, I
now,
ran out of
forward.
gas.
Now.
I ran
now,
out of gas. I
forward.
ran out of gas.
Switch. Alright, babies.
Alright, babies. Tell me to go forward.
Grandmother, you look like shit.
Grandson, you look like you're freaking stupid.
You look like my fucking ball hair on your head. My pubic hair is on your head, bro.
Yes, Zaza.
My
Absolutely.
balls look like your head, bro. Same hair and
Grandson,
everything.
Your hair looks like my pubes.
Can I poop in the car?
What?
What the frick?
I need to poop. I want to.
Shit
poop
your
in the
pants
car.
then, loser.
Oh.
It's okay. We'll get you to a gas station.
Why
Alright,
are
tell
you-
me to move
why are you-
forward.
Why are you so ugly, Bean?
That's
That
not.
is not
I'm not
good.
bin, bitch.
You look like, a condom.
You look like a fucking sausage. You look like a breakfast sausage.
Bon, can you go forward, please?
Drive
Kids, don't fight. Tell me when to go there, you freaking stupid.
now. Floor it.
No!
Let's go. You literally say now, you freaking dummy.
Yeah, I wanted you to die, Grandma. I hate you.
What the frick?
No!
What the frick?
Flag, but you're so slow!
Just tell me when to go.
Okay, go.
No!
Okay.
What the frick?
Okay, go.
Can we go now?
Okay.
Grandma, you're going in reverse, stupid.
It's okay, Sunny. Some things happen sometimes.
You're going the wrong way.
Just threw him out the window.
I'm not in the car anymore. I'm not in the car anymore.
You did throw him out the window.
Get this little crap out of here. Out of my car. What the frick? I'm stuck.
Oh fuck.
Alright, let's go! Alright, can we go now? Can we go now?
Go.
Okay.
Wrong way!
Frick! Where is the freaking frick? Okay, are we ready?
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Our grandma has dementia, bro. She's cooked.
Yeah.
Man, frick you.
It's in reverse, you stupid bitch!
Man,
Can
frick
you-
you. You didn't teach
Yeah.
me how to drive.
I want you to die, grandma. Listen to me.
What?
Listen to me.
What?
I want you to die.
What?
You don't deserve to be alive, grandma.
I hate you, grandson.
I want you to die.
I think you should die in a retirement house. And
Your
let us
mom is
live.
a mistake, Grant. Your mom is a mistake.
I want to put you in a retirement home and watch you and never call you. Never call you. Let you rot in there. Fucking rot.
No one is
Man,
loving
frick
you,
you.
Grandma.
Frick it. Wait, what? What the frick?
What the frick?
Did we actually did it?
We made it past the first one, yeah.
Let's go.
Listen to me.
Get out of here.
Listen to me very
Get out of
carefully.
here.
Grandma! Listen to me very carefully, okay?
Okay, sorry.
Back up a little bit. Tiny bit.
Okay.
Not too much or we die. We will die. You will kill us if it's too much.
Oh,
Back up a
I
little bit.
love
Stop!
that.
Stop! 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 Now forward and left. No, no, no. Go back a little bit.
I'm not in the car anymore. Can
Back a
someone
tiny
get
bit.
out with us once ago?
Back a tiny bit. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Okay.
Stop! Do you not know how to use the brakes?
Okay, alright.
Forward and
I'll
left.
do
Forward and
now.
left. Forward and left. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Let's
Wait!
Oh.
Let's go. We got a checkpoint. You freaking let's go.
Oh.
What the?
No.
Guys,
Do you see that?
I think I'm cooked.
Oh, her chair was.
Oh.
We had to push her chair forward.
All right. Wait, who is it now? Okay.
Hello.
Who is it?
What should I do now?
All right, Grandma. Oh my God, we're gonna die!
Oh.
Oh wait, go forward!
Let's go, Grandma. Now
Stop,
that's
stop.
my
Drive through.
Right. What?
What the fuck are you doing to me?
What? Grandma?
Okay,
I
okay, which
didn't know
way?
you still
Which
had
way?
it in you.
We try.
Okay. Reverse, but not too much.
Where the hell
Okay.
am I?
Okay, and then right.
Right.
And then right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
Forward right, Grandma. Forward right. Forward right,
Okay.
forward right. Forward
Can you
right.
put that fucking thing, bro? Grandma, if you don't turn off the windshield wipers, I'm literally going to shoot you. I'm gonna buy a gun.
I don't
And shoot you.
understand you speaking English. I'm your French grandmother.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, right. Okay, oh, Frank. Okay, wait, hold on.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, yes,
Are you
McDonald's.
okay?
Oh, McDonald's. We're about
Yeah,
to
we're
go to
at McDonald's. Oh, finally.
Who's this fucking loser in front of me? Come here. Give Grandma a kiss.
What the?
I freaking hate you. I
Give
hate
Grandma a
you.
kiss.
I hate oh,
Oh.
oh,
And-
this is absolutely disgusting. I wanna die.
Let me put on some tunes, my boy. Wait, give me the cassette tape.
Okay, no.
Give me my mixtape, ho.
There you go.
Type shit. Oh, yeah.
Grandma, I can piss in the car. please, I
Okay,
want to go
left.
You know,
left.
guys, let me tell you a story about your grandpa, okay? Your grandpa used to type
He's
my...
dead. He's dead.
He might be dead, but let me tell you something. Stories keep us alive.
kill him.
Your grandma,
You kill
your
him.
grandpa
You
used to,
kill
your
him.
grandpa used to rail me right in my tight little coochie in this to this song, bro. This is the song that he railed me to. I used to be so tight. I used to be
Very
so
sad.
tight.
And being the gay.
What? When did I? Why do you?
What the freak?
I used
What
to
the
be
freak?
so
What the
tight.
freak? What the freak? What the freak?
What the
What
freak?
What the
Where are we
freak?
going?
What
Where am I
the
supposed to
freak?
go? Your grandpa
left.
used to rail me to this song. God, my cheeks were
Like,
so fat.
back. Recule et gauche. Recule et
What?
gauche.
Reverse. Okay. Now
Recule
forward
means,
left, forward
look,
left,
look,
forward
listen
left.
to me. Recule means reverse and gauche means left. Okay, tout droit means forward.
Where?
Okay, good. Gauche. No, forward and gauche. Okay, gauche.
Okay, left.
Gauche.
Oh, right. Okay,
What the
back.
frick?
Okay.
It's-
Left,
it's
left,
pretty,
front left.
Okay, look,
Oh my
look,
God.
look, look.
Front left, front left.
It's a bit hard. You know, it's like a small hole in a Femboy ass. You know, you need to take it very, very,
What?
very close.
What?
Yeah,
What?
like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, good.
Order
good,
here. There we go.
What the
Good. Okay,
frick?
okay. What the frick?
Okay, let us order.
No, fuck you. I'm ordering.
No.
No, fuck you,
let
I'm
us
ordering.
order for you, Grandma.
Please,
Grandma.
Yes, can I get a burger and some fries and I need a lot of chicken nuggets because I have a fat ass. I have to keep it tight for their grandfather. He needs me to he wants to clap me. Shut up! Shut your bitch ass up back there! Shut up!
Shut up, Grandma. You have
You
3 days
shut up
left.
back there, boy!
You have 3 days
You
left,
shut up,
Max.
you back there, boy!
You have
Shut your
3
ass up!
days max.
Shut your
3
ass
days
up!
Max.
Hey!
3 days max.
Can I get a number 9, a number 3 large? I have to keep my ass fat for their grandfather. Their grandfather is going to be ramming me later. He's going to be digging in me. Shut up! Shut up back there!
Shut
Hey!
up, Grandma. You have 2 days left.
Shut up!
Maximum 2
Shut
days
your ass
left.
up! I hate you!
2 days left.
Both of you!
Grandma.
Oh, I'm gonna kill us! I need number 9, Ooh!
What?
Order the food. I move forward.
Oh, we need coin, I think.
No. Move back. We need to order.
Okay.
Alright. Wait. Move.
Go!
Okay.
Move!
What?
What the frick?
Alright.
Kids,
alright,
kids.
alright. There you go. Move,
Listen.
Move. What?
You guys better
What?
behave back there. If I come back there, it's gonna be a world of hurt. Do you understand?
What are you gonna do, Grandma?
I don't think you want to know.
Move your ass!
Where are we going? We're after you!
We have to order. We have to press the
order.
arrows. We have to literally arrow it. Okay. Oh my god. You can only order 2
okay.
items. You just want
Oh, okay.
fries, that's it.
Get a burger and a drink. Very nice. Now pay.
No
Oh,
coin.
yeah.
No coin.
Coin.
Oh,
Pay.
yeah. Alright. Coin. Where is it? There it is. I got the coin. Yeet.
What
I
happened?
think we have to pay in the front. We have
Oh
to
no,
pay in
look,
the
it
front.
says above us. You have to order a drink, a burger, and fry.
Oh. Okay, go.
No, you have to order it.
What?
You have to do the correct
can order.
order.
Yeah, you guys can
What
order
is the
it.
correct order?
I can't do
What
it.
is the correct order?
I can't do it. I'm in the fucking.
Alright, Sova, you do it. You literally.
Sova,
order
drink,
food, though.
burger, fry.
Drink.
No.
Burger,
Drink, burger,
burger,
fry.
fry. Oh, good.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, let's go.
Bunch of stupids in my
Alright,
car.
Forward. Grandma, you have 2 days max.
Why
Bunch
there
of
is a
fucking
serial
idiots in my
killer next
car.
to us?
Alright,
Pretend.
stop. We have to pay. Alright, where's the coin at? Where the coins at? Oh, I found one. Eat? Alright. We need another coin. Guys, where's the other coin? Grandma, do you have a
Hello?
coin down here?
Do I look like a wallet to you, boy?
Yeah?
I don't have a fucking coin. Find it yourself.
No, there is a coin here. There is one.
Oh, here's one.
There we go. All right,
Now
now we
what?
need to give it the steering wheel.
What?
um,
What?
Grandma, you need to give him the steering wheel, Grandma.
I threw it out already. Where is it? I don't know where it goes.
Oh. Oh, it's here, it's here. What the?
I need to pee. I need to pee. I'm coming back. I need to pee. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Wait, that's a lot. Alright, time to...
Is that what it sounds like when you're guzzling it down, boy?
No. No,
Is that what it sounds
Grandma.
like when you're guzzling down
Grandma,
on the
no.
dick?
Grandma, no.
Is that what it sounds like when
No.
you're guzzling down on the dick?
I will pull the plug, Grandma. I will pull it.
How about I fucking pull out my Glock, little bro?
What?
I can't even see. I can't even see. I don't even... What?
It's okay. Yum 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 yum. It's slowly going down. It's okay. We're slowly eating it. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Grandma, what the frick? What the? Oh.
I don't have a steering wheel.
Where am I? Where am I right now? I am below
Here
you
we go,
right now. I
skating.
am literally below you.
Hello. Why I'm drowned under a lot of burger? What the fuck? Oh, can we kill Grandma with burger?
I threw the other one out of the car.
Grandma. Oh, okay, I'm back.
I don't have a steering wheel.
Grandma. Grandma. How do we eat these food when you farted on them?
I don't know. I don't have a steering wheel. I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure there is a steering wheel somewhere down here. Oh, there it is. Found it.
I also need the... Oh, there it is. Where is it?
Yeah. Frank, I lost it. Where is it?
What the frick?
It's definitely here. What the frick? I think it's on your side. Oh. Where?
Where's the
What the
steering
frick?
wheel?
Um.
Oh, I'm out of gas.
Oh, there it is. What the?
Oh, okay.
No, it's behind. It's back.
Forward.
It's back.
Forward.
Yeah. There we go.
Forward.
Alright, kids.
Left.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
left.
go. Okay. Hold on. Hold on to your cute ass.
Holy.
Oh, frick.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What the frick?
What the frick?
I think everything is breaking.
I think you just don't know how to drive.
Frick you, Sonny. I will eat your ass. Okay, where do I go now?
You deserve death, Grandma.
Where the frick do I need to go?
You need to die, Grandma. You have to die.
You have to go back. You turn. Turn yourself.
Turn myself. Sorry.
Why
What
are
does
you
that mean?
why are you sucking a tape?
I don't know. Take it.
Why are you sucking a tape? Why are you weird? Yes, the driver cannot see anything, Zaza.
I can't see anything. You
Left.
Ah! It's okay. Wait, I lost the thing. There it is. Frick you. What the? Can you help me pick it up, please?
No,
Why?
I
Give me the
hate
thing.
you. I hate you,
What
Grandma.
the? What the frick?
What the frick?
What the frick?
No, not that way. Not oh. Fuck you.
Why frick this? I hate driving.
What the?
What happened?
What the? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh wait. We have to front right, very hard right, very hard. Okay, now reverse. Okay.
I don't need
front
you.
right again.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh. We're gonna die, Grandma. Grandma, we're gonna die. Grandma, we're gonna die.
Are you okay?
I don't know. What do you think, Grandma?
Okay. What
Grandma.
happened?
Grandma, I
Okay,
don't think
good.
we're okay, Grandma. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have to move front right, hard right. Hard right, hard. Okay, reverse.
Why there is again? The
What?
air conditioner. Okay, good.
Okay. Front right, Grandma. Front
Holy
right.
Holy.
What is bro up to?
Help, Grandma. Help, Grandma. Oh my God, Grandma. Grandma, I can't see. We're in heaven. We are in heaven.
Why
We
you
are
sucking
in
a
heaven.
Why are you sucking a tape again?
Cause you have to pull it out from me. Pull it out.
Why SENZ'S is not playing anymore?
Sorry, I got suspended. I got a TikTok suspension.
What?
Help me,
For what?
help me.
It says harassment and bullying, bro. I think it was because of what it was saying.
Help me put the truc là.
So
Put the truc.
stupid, bro.
Help
True,
your
true.
grandma, put that.
What?
Here, the
Yeah,
truc.
TikTok
Yes.
is like that.
Have you been suspended?
Yes,
Oh,
many
yeah,
ti- I literally just got suspended for complimenting Chinese people because I called them crazy good, and I got hate speech.
Did you appeal it?
Yes, and it got rejected. Can you
That's
believe
crazy.
that? I know, it's crazy. Alright, Grandma, front left.
Okay.
God, TikTok is so fucking stupid. Holy shit.
It is.
All
Okay,
right.
back, reverse.
Yeah, reverse.
Yeah, Okay, and then front left again. Front left again. Oh my God. You have to make it really hard.
Okay, which
Okay,
way?
reverse. Back.
Ah, again.
Yeah, again, back. Okay. And then now, forward, left, very hard. Make it really hard. Very hard. What the frick? That is not hard. What the?
What? Okay.
Grandma.
What is it?
Fucked.
I need to know what is with French people and turning on the windshield wipers whenever they're driving a car for no reason. Is it some sort of?
It helps me to focus.
It helps you to focus.
Oh, really?
Turning
No,
on your windshield wiper helps you focus.
What happened? I cannot move.
I think we need to restart checkpoint.
Yeah.
How can I do that? I don't know.
Okay,
Restart
here you go,
checkpoint.
I did it. Okay,
Okay.
now go front.
I can't even
Front.
see past the fucking. He has the selfie mirrors up.
Grandma, can you like put that up real quick?
Solva,
Yeah.
can you please turn the windshield wiper off? Put up the mirror so we can see and give you direction. And put in a tape so we don't hear shh.
Okay.
Please,
Like-
one of these.
Which
Okay.
tape?
Any of them. Just something
Get
that.
the mixtape on, Grandma.
What is this? Oh, is that the clutch?
Where is the tape?
oh.
Where is the tape?
Here it is. There you go, Grandma. Put on
Oh,
that
thank God.
mixtape. Oh. Alright. Reverse.
Reverse.
Okay.
Keep going a
left,
bit.
Left.
No. Keep going a bit. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him.
Reverse.
Alright, stop. Now go left. Go left. Left. Oh, almost. Okay, back a little bit. Back a little bit. No, don't. I mean, okay, it's fine. Stop. Break. Forward and left. No. Left. Nope.
Reverse again. Reverse.
Okay, stop. Now left. Left.
Oh my god. Okay, reverse again.
Okay, reverse again. Okay, now left. Okay, now reverse again. Now forward and left. All the way left. Okay, now reverse
Yes,
again.
All the way.
Now reverse again. Now reverse again. Okay, now forward and left. Not crazy left though. Left. That's not. Gauche.
But
Stop.
it's impossible.
Where you're going, bro?
Okay, good.
Left. Left. Yeah, keep going. Left.
Yes,
Left.
Oh. Okay, left now. No. Front left.
You're killing me.
Front left.
You're killing me. You're killing me. Back.
Dead.
Back.
Oh. I understand the issue. I left my my queue.
There, I threw it forward.
I have no queue anymore.
I
have-
threw it in
Below
front of you.
Grandma. Grandma is below you.
No, there is nothing. Where is the queue?
What the frick?
Give me the
Grandma,
queue.
it's right here. It's
so
right
fucked.
here.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Back it up. Back it up, Grandma.
Good.
A little bit to the right. Droite.
Yeah.
No! Right. You don't go right. I say right in French.
Where is my E? Where is my E? Give the
Why
E. Give
your
the E.
What the shit is
Give
it?
the E.
It's below you, Grandma, I think.
It's not below.
What
Oh
is
yes,
it?
it's below me. Oh look. Okay.
Okay.
So
Front
we're
right.
going.
Front right. Yeah.
He still has the
Where's
fuck.
the right?
He still has the mirrors
Where's-
up. He still has the mirrors up. Do you know difference between left and right? Droite
No.
ou gauche?
Okay. We're gonna make it.
Okay. Front right.
Good lord.
This is awful. This game is awful. It's one of the worst games I've played in my fucking life.
You're not. You have to turn the wheel.
I don't want to leave.
If you wanna.
Oh
I
my god.
fucking hate you. I hate you. I fucking hate you. What?
You ate? Who did you eat?
Restart the checkpoint.
Okay.
French crash out.
Bro, can you put the fucking mirrors up, you piece of shit?
What's the mirror? Oh, okay.
Above you. The mirror above you. Pull it back. Backward.
Grandma, pull it back, Grandma.
Bro said I ate you. I ate you. Who did he eat? Okay, like that, yes. Now the one on the right too. Perfect. Now
Okay,
forward and left.
Forward
Not
left.
right. Left. Yes.
Yes.
Left. Keep going.
Yeah, oh.
No. I don't understand. Cannot turn left.
It's so,
Hard left. Just hold the left key. Just hold left. All the way left. You're not pressing left. You're not pressing left.
I want to die. It's so hard. Why it's
Back.
this game
Go
is
back.
fucking hard.
How can you turn when we're going back, but you can't turn when we're going forward?
I want to die.
Grandma, why are we upside down again?
I'm done.
You're done? Did you say you're done?
I let you drive this fucking car. I just wanna cry. It's just too much hard for me.
We need Okay. All right, kids.
Bro, who's like reciting schizophrenic poems in your chat, Ben? What the fuck is that?
Who?
I don't know. Someone in your chat is saying like
What the
weird, like
frick?
it's like scripture from like the schizo.
I have no idea.
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea. Don't read too much into it.
Left,
Okay, I'm doing it.
left, left.
I just.
Oh my god, you guys are both terrible at driving.
With bottom, with not
Thank you.
driving.
Freak you. Here you go.
Check this out. Watch this. I'm gonna blow your fucking mind right now.
Okay, first try.
Check this out. Look at this.
Of course you are American. You have your driver license.
You see how I did that, you stupid bitch?
I hate American.
You ate an American? What did he taste like?
It tastes like cheeseburger.
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 Yeah. Damn burger. Cheeseburger.
France don't have road. In France we have train station, and we can go from the top to the bottom of the country in 3 hours. Thanks to the train.
Me too.
And that you can't do that.
Where are we going? Yeah, because I own a car,
front.
bitch.
Front right, front right, front right,
Right.
right. Yeah. Okay. Left. Oh. Grandma.
Come give grandma a kiss. Alright, get out of my car, whore. I'm done with you.
Help! What the frick?
What the frick?
What the
What the frick?
Grandma,
am I
why
going?
Am I on top of you?
Where am I going?
Grandma,
Wait.
I am on top of
Oh,
you.
I need the gas pedal.
Grandma, I'm literally on top of you, Grandma.
Yeah, because you're gonna bounce on it.
What the frick?
It's okay, you like bouncing on it, it's fine.
What the frick?
I need the gas pedal.
Well, I mean, I can't get it for you.
Bitch. The fuck out of the car.
I mean, I can't get out. I can't help for you.
Sova!
Help!
Yeah, what?
I need the gas pedal.
We don't have gas paddle.
Yes, you do.
Look, take that.
It's somewhere back there. Oh, wait, I
Okay,
found
you have
it.
to drive cause we can't see it. Oh. Alright. Okay, front left. Okay, right. Go in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm crazy at
We
drawing.
did it. Oh my god, we did it.
You would
Oh
not
my
pass
God.
a single level if it wasn't for me.
Me.
You would not
That's
pass a
true.
single level.
That's true. That's true. It's true.
He sounds like a Muppet.
Let's go. What? What the frick? Oh my god. What the?
What the?
Yo, that's you.
I was starting to suspect that Grandma might not know the way. Oh yeah? What gave you that idea? All right, one of you try.
Together. Oh no, that's me
Grandma.
again.
Not
Yeah,
Sova.
yeah.
Make Bin
Yeah.
drive.
No, I'm driving.
Oh no, we're not even gonna make it past the first.
Which way? Which way?
Front.
Forward.
Front, Grandma. Go forward. Go forward. Yeah. Ooh.
This is stupid proof. You just need to go forward. Why are you?
Yep.
How is it? Okay. What do you? How can you not turn when you actually have to, but suddenly now you're turning?
What's that?
What's that? Okay, front right.
Forward.
Outright.
No, just forward.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Stop. Ticket. Oh, do we not?
Okay, stop. Wait. I think we have one now.
Reverse. Yeah,
Reverse
we
a
have
tiny bit.
Ticket.
Reverse tiny bit. Little more.
Where's the ticket?
I don't know if we have one.
Again?
We need to go to get the ticket over there. Look. There's
Is
like
there?
a... Look, there's a glowing light
frick.
above it.
Oh, frick. Alright, Grandma.
Oh, no.
Where should I
Okay,
go?
forward left. Forward left.
Forward left.
Oui, forward
Droit,
left.
gauche.
Forward
Tout droit,
gauche.
Tout droit gauche. Okay.
Okay, reverse.
Why we reverse? You said left.
I hate you, Grandma.
Reverse. Okay.
I hate you, Grandma.
Which way?
Hello,
my
Ania.
Lovely son. Which
Grandma, I
way?
hate
Okay.
you. Grandma.
Front left. Wait, hold on. There's someone there. Don't hit him.
Hit him. Fuck that guy.
Oh.
Which way, my love? Left.
What the? Someone invited me to play again. What
You got
the?
that too?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I
Where
got...
should I go? Where should I go? Tell me.
Front left. Hard left. Make it really hard.
I got something really hard
Yes.
for you right here, boy.
Oh my god. Okay. Wait.
Coin. You need to throw a
how do I
coin
get-
in there.
Which
Do we have a
way?
coin?
Give us a coin. It's back there.
Oh, I will give you a coin if you are kind to me. So, who wants to compliment his grandmother? Tell me why you love me so much.
I'm fucking shaking of arthritis, bro.
Hello, do you love me? Oh,
You have really big glasses, Grandma.
Wait, what is that disease that makes people shake again? It's
I have no idea actually. Arthritis? Like
no,
you
not.
say?
Is it arthritis? No, I think it's something else. Cerebral palsy? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Grandma, you have really nice hair.
Maybe it's, oh yeah, it might be Parkinson's. Yeah, it's Parkinson's. Just give him the fucking coin, Grandma.
Grandma, you have really nice hair.
I know one of you who is not kind to his grandmother. Be kind to your grandmother.
Grandma, I'm gonna sneak a snail into your bed while you're sleeping, and it's gonna crawl up your ass. Escargot.
What the frick?
Escargot. Look, he threw the coin.
What the frick?
What the
Okay,
frick?
okay.
Take this tape out of my mouth.
Do you have
What
the
the-
ticket?
Yeah, the ticket is below you, Grandma. Below you, Grandma.
Ah,
Take the
who
tape out of my
wants
mouth.
the
Yeah.
Ben.
ticket? Okay, which way? Which way? Which way?
Okay.
Which way?
Forward left.
Forward left.
Yeah.
D'accord.
All the way to the left. All the way left.
Ah. Ah.
Grandma, that's not left.
Ah.
Can you reverse, Grandma?
We need restart. It's
No.
frozen.
No.
It's frozen. I cannot move.
Does that mean we have to get the ticket again?
Maybe.
I'm-
Oh no, we have it.
Oh, thank God.
We have the ticket.
Okay, okay.
Now go forward.
Move forward.
Forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I mean
Not forward and right.
okay?
Not forward and right. Just forward.
Okay. Forward. Like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, stop.
Yes.
Turn right.
Right. That's,
Yes.
That's that.
All the way right. No, droite. Okay, good. Turn
Okay,
right
right
more and
more.
forward. Right and forward
Right
more.
more.
Yeah, right more. Right.
Like
Right.
Right. Right.
Are you
Droite.
Right.
Droite.
Yes, very
Okay, stop,
good,
stop.
Grandma.
Now forward. Just forward.
Forward. Forward. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes,
my
yes,
lord?
I'm sure. Hey.
Okay. I'm coming. Okay.
Okay, slow, slow. Turn left a little bit. Or no, just go forward. Just go
Turn
forward.
left.
Yeah,
Just go forward. Just go forward. Little more, little more, little more.
Forward,
Stop, stop,
forward.
stop.
Yeah, give me the ticket. Give me the ticket. Where's the ticket? Where's the ticket?
It's down here somewhere, right?
Uh,
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Wait,
Give
What?
the ticket.
I can't reach it. It's under the seat.
Grandma, it's under your seat, Grandma.
How can I do? How can I do?
Maybe
can
you
I
can
do?
reverse to shake it or something.
Holy.
Twerk a little bit.
Hello. Yeah, twerk a little bit, Grandma.
Yeah, shake it, you big back.
Did you get the ticket?
No.
Why?
No. I
Why?
don't know. I don't know.
Little spike.
Grandma, it's under you, Grandma. It's
I can't-
literally under you, Grandma.
Put a tape in, by the way. There we go.
Ah. Peace and quiet.
Did you get the ticket?
No,
Uh,
Grandma.
No.
It's still below us. It's still below you.
I don't know what to do.
Oh!
Oh, I found a
Did you-
ticket. Let's go. Okay.
Which
Move
way
forward.
for the ticket?
Forward. Wait, where are you? Forward.
Forward. Okay.
Forward. Yes. Wait, left. Forward, left. Forward,
Forward,
and
left.
then left. Yes, and then left, and then left, and then left,
Then left.
and then left. Yes. Okay. Stop. A little bit closer. A little bit closer.
What does this mean?
Front a little bit more. Go front a little bit more.
Oh,
Yes.
it's good.
Grandma.
Yes? Where is
Okay.
your brother?
Hold on.
Huh?
He's
What?
I
so
think we need to get
ugly.
really close to it. We need to get close to it.
Oh, so I need to back a bit.
Yeah, and then front right. Slightly right.
Yeah, the watch time thing is broken.
Okay. Front. Okay. Yeah, we did it. All right. Now forward and left.
Forward and left a bit, yeah. Forward and left.
Forward and left. There
Whoa,
we go.
whoa.
Oh, finally.
So you see, you can trust your grandmother. Your grandmother
Forward.
loves you.
Keep going forward. Are we
I
stuck?
I cannot.
You need to
move.
back up, I think, a little bit.
No, you have to press the key.
Oh, press the key. Okay.
Okay.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Okay.
Do 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 do
Grandma, I think you
do
just
do
hit
do
someone.
do do.
Grandma.
Do 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 do.
Grandma,
Do do.
Guys, help.
Where are we going?
Front, a little bit right. Okay, yeah, front, just keep on
Front?
going front.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yep. Oh my God, you just squished that guy. Okay.
Okay.
left,
Front a little bit left.
Yes.
Left. Whoa.
Oh, frick. Okay, reverse.
What the frick?
reverse.
What the frick?
What the frick? What the frick?
What the frick? Okay,
Fucking
now
annoying.
move.
Stupid bitch.
What
Fuck.
the frick? What the
Kill
frick?
him!
Give me a tape. I gotta.
Yeah, the tape, yeah.
Yeah.
Grandmother, you kill someone. I'm so proud of you. I love when you kill someone.
Huh?
Where are we going?
Oh my God.
I'm being
Right.
straight.
Right.
I'm being. I love acting. Hello, I'm being.
Forward. Okay, left. Yeah, okay, reverse. Okay, front left again. Yes.
God, I'm so good at driving. Much better than you two.
I'll pick you. Alright, right.
Na 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 na.
Okay, front. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now left. Yeah. Okay, front, front, front. And then
Uh-huh.
right, right, right. Yes, right, right, right. And then front, 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 front. Yeah.
Look how fucking
let's
good I am at
go.
driving, bitch.
It was almost perfect.
See that fucking driving? Perfect. Perfect
Um,
driving.
Okay.
What's happening?
Grandma, why do we stop?
What are we stuck on?
I don't know.
What?
What the?
Why are we stuck?
Oh. What the frick?
Oh, what the frick? What the frick?
What the frick? What the
What the
frick?
frick? What the
What the
frick?
frick?
I hate
What the
that
frick?
so much. You know what though? I'd prefer that over. Sounds
What
like
do you mean?
oh tinnitus, bro. I literally wore PTSD.
It's not. Literally not. It's
Look,
literally
It's like
not.
there's like a flashbang going off in my ears.
Oh my god.
I can't move.
Alright,
Oh,
move
I'm out of
forward.
gas.
Oh.
I gotta switch.
Okay, Sonny.
Put up the mirrors. Put up the
Let's
mirrors.
go.
What are you? Uh oh.
Did I just hit something?
Grandmother.
What?
We're gonna get hit by a train.
There is a train.
We're on the train tracks.
There is a train? Oh, frick. It's okay.
Go
don't
right. Go
panic.
right.
Don't panic.
Forward. Forward.
Don't
No.
panic. Oh, frick. Hey, Sonny. Why are you here?
Back.
Get out of my car.
Back. Back. I'm gonna shit my pants, Grandma. Now turn left. Turn left. Hard left. Hard left.
I am very
Get back.
hot right now, grandson.
That's disgusting, Grandma. Don't ever say that to me
What
again.
the frick?
Fucking make me sick. Turn left.
So-
Left.
so
Hard
it's
left.
okay
Hard
if you
left.
say it.
Hard left. Left.
I am very hard right now.
My God. Fucking driving like shit.
There we go. Yippee.
Oh.
Let's go.
Train! Shit. You shit yourself.
God damn. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Reminds
She
me
shit
of the
herself,
good old
dude.
days with your grandpa.
Train!
Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh darn. Holy ding dong. Wow, that was awesome. Are you okay?
The pizza is not on the.
The steering wheel's not in the. You gotta put the steering wheel. Train!
Oh, wow.
What the frick?
Now this is what I call. This is how your grandparents drive back in the day.
Oh
You
my
know?
God. Oh, finally killed us. Put a tape in. Put a tape in.
Okay.
Ow.
There we go.
You gotta put
I
the.
know
You
you
gotta put the
enjoy
mirrors up.
music.
Put
Yep. Yep.
train in front of us. Turn
Okay.
right. Turn right. Train in front of us. Turn right. Right.
Oh yeah. Now
How the
that's
fuck-
how you get the blood pumping.
How are we supposed to do this when our grandma doesn't know how to
dead.
fucking drive? Where even am
My
I?
E is freaking broken.
Are we in the roof? I think we're in the ceiling. Oh my God. Wait, where are we?
what?
Oh no, no, we're never mind.
My E is
Sen-
broken, kids.
You're
What?
fucking ugly.
What the frick?
Let me
What
start
the frick? I keep
checkpoint.
with your mom. My E is broken.
Yeah, here,
My
here.
E is over here. Okay. Thank you. Alright, crank that soldier boy.
Dude, but grandma needs to put on some Playboy Cardi. grandma turns on the radio. Boom, boom. I wish we had like super bassy, like.
Oh yeah, me too. That would be really fun.
Alright, Sonny, crank that.
Oh, someone shit. Pull down the windows. You're getting gassed.
It's okay. okay. That's what I call extra.
Right,
parking,
right,
you know?
right. Okay,
Oh,
wait, that's good. You can
oh,
wait. Oh, Jesus.
It's okay. I got this
Left.
under
Now you gotta go
control.
left.
You don't,
Left.
You don't understand.
Left.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, freaking wow.
Why'd you turn the
Okay.
AC on?
I
Game is-
didn't.
This game is giving me structure head there.
What the frick?
The air is at max. Turn down the air. Too much, too much, too much, too much. It's gonna fog up the mirrors.
So
Turn it off.
good.
It's gonna fog up the mirrors.
I already did.
No, you
I
didn't.
did. I did. I literally
That's
did.
the temperature, not the wind pressure. The top one.
Sunny, what the frick is the wind pressure?
That's what it is.
What the frick?
Can you give me
What
my
the frick?
cue? Give me my cue right now. Give
Fuck
me my
you.
What the frick? What did you say about me? Oh, there he is.
Fuck you, Grandma. I hate you.
All right, Sunny, crank that freaking soldier boy. Oh, there it is. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
The windows are fucked up. Left. Left. The train's coming.
I can't see. You're freaking stupid. Why is this so bright?
Maybe if our windows weren't fogged up.
Oh,
I wanna
My
die.
Don't worry, I'll send you
Please,
to heaven
please,
myself,
please
Sunny.
save me, save me.
Oh, there he is. What the frick? Can you give me my E back? What the frick? Bro, this car sucks. Oh, okay.
You suck at driving, Grandma.
I suck your grandpa last night, alright? You better shut up.
Yeah, I bet you
Let's
did.
go! Let's go!
We're gonna die.
Okay.
Left. Right. 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 Okay, now left. I can't
We're
even.
not
s-
gonna
I can't
die.
even fucking see
You have
because,
to trust me.
dude. Can you fix the windows? What is wrong with you?
How about you fix your life? Alright?
God, it's not the
Alright,
windshield wipers.
Let's go!
Dude,
Let's
he-
go!
he
You
turned-
want to fix the windshield. That's how you fix the windshield.
No, it's not. You don't.
I-
You don't turn the windshield wipers on for frost, stupid.
Molly, Molly.
Dude, this tells me that you've never actually been in a car.
I've been on it once, alright? Forgive you.
What
Once
the
is
fuck?
way more than enough. Way more than enough.
You guys are completely crazy.
Alright, where do I go now, grandsonies?
Forward. Are you even going the right way? You went back. No, you gotta turn
Oh.
around. Oh my God, the
You guys
train.
didn't say anything.
Turn
What the
around.
frick?
You gotta turn around.
Sunny, where's my E? Oh.
Oh my God, we're gonna get hit by a train. And someone shit
What
themselves.
The, what the frick? What the frick?
Dude. Oops.
Wait, what the frick am I? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry
Where
about
even
it.
are we? Oh, we're at the next
go-
checkpoint.
Let's go forward.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
go
it.
forward.
I made progress.
Go
alright?
forward, go forward.
Oh, I freaking love Soulja Boy.
How
Oh,
was that?
oh,
I
frick.
am-
She just
I
shit
am-
herself.
How much I love Soulja Boy. Oh my god, I,
I
love
am-
Soulja Boy so much.
You gotta
I
put a
am-
tape in.
Where's my tape? Where my frick is my dentures? Okay. Sunny, what the frick is this?
That's. Don't worry. You don't. Don't worry about it. You can use that as a.
You know what? You can use this as a dildo. It's fine. Okay. What the? Actually, can you give me back my dildo?
Oh my God.
Thank you. Okay. Let's go. All right. Where am I right now? I don't understand. Stop laughing and start telling me. What the frick? What the frick?
Go forward.
I think we need to let
Alright.
SENZ'S drive. I think we
Alright,
need to let
fine.
SENZ'S drive.
It's freezing. Oh my God. He does not know how to turn the fucking AC off.
Oh, that was a really weird.
Dude, the
feedback.
top one.
What?
Never
What?
mind. It's good. It's fine now. It's
Grandma,
fine.
can you crank that Soulja Boy real quick?
Oh, it's Sova driving.
Oh.
Okay, what
Cara.
should I do? Why there is... Why are you
What?
burning?
I wonder
don't
why,
care.
Grandma.
I don't care if you burn. I don't care.
I wonder why.
Go right a
Grandma.
little bit.
I wonder
Right
why.
a little bit. Right.
Right, droite,
It's a little bit hot out.
Droite.
It's a little bit hot in
droite.
here. Mm.
No,
Oh,
back.
the cold fresh air. Oh.
How are you still on fire?
air.
Go back. Go back.
Yeah, why are we still on fire?
You're on fire, not me.
Oh.
Okay, go right a little bit. Tiny bit right.
Alright.
No,
forward.
stop. Okay, now a tiny bit left and go forward. Go forward and left a bit. Forward, just straight forward now. Just straight forward.
Okay.
Just straight
You
forward.
can do it, Grandma.
No, that's backwards.
Oh,
Forward.
yeah.
You can do it, Grandma. I believe in you.
Okay, wait.
Alright, back. Oh, actually, front. Keep on going. You able to?
Okay.
Okay, back. More back.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
back.
Back. Okay, and
stop.
then forward.
Go right a little
Right.
bit.
Right a
Right a
little
little bit and forward.
bit. Yes.
No, too much. A little left.
Okay, now
Perfect.
forward.
Forward. Floor it.
Forward. Crank that.
Just forward.
Step on it.
Forward.
I think we need to press E, Grandma. Oh, what the frick? Yo, this
I'm gonna shit.
level.
Oh.
What the?
We'll go. Oh, no.
Oh, that's it.
Grandma.
Okay, I let SENZ'S do. I let SENZ'S. Go. I don't
So
have my
we
driver
need
license,
a real man to drive, huh? All right. Give me a tape.
Frick you, Grandma.
Give me a tape, stupid.
Here, Grandma.
Give me.
Alright, crank that soldier boy, Grandma. Oh yeah.
Am I even going the right way? You guys aren't even giving me directions.
Oh, good.
I thought.
Oh, bad.
Bro, say good.
You're not even. I was just guessing, and I was doing good too.
Oh my god. Okay, forward.
yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
right.
Good,
Okay,
good.
Forward.
Good.
Okay, slow. Oh.
Fast. Fast and the Furious. Wait, where am I going?
Okay, can you go like left, front left, hard left, hard. Okay, back. And then left again. And then back. Yeah, just keep on. Oh. Are we stuck?
No.
Okay, alright. Oh, actually, okay. Forward.
Who's this corpse in front of me, bro? Get the fuck out of my way.
Okay,
Grandma,
reverse.
please.
Reverse, back. What the?
I need the dildo. Oh wait, here I got it.
There you go. Alright, back. Alright. Front, right. Okay, front, yes. Okay. Oh, you almost hit.
Bro,
the
get this
thing.
corpse out of my seat. Get your ass back there. Get in my
Okay,
fucking
back.
face.
Alright, front.
Beach.
Oh my god. Okay, go left. Left. Yes. Okay. Forward. Charge into that thing. Charge. Oh,
What happened?
that didn't do anything. Okay, backspace, back. What does that arrow lead to? Oh, okay. Forward, left.
Here?
On that, right? Yeah. Okay, right. Okay. Forward, yeah. What? Okay, we need to go back again. We need to go back to where we were just now. We need to do something to whatever that thing is. Alright, back. Back. Okay. Front, forward, right. Okay.
Where?
Oh, okay. Forward. Wait, let me see what this is. What is that?
Oh, it's a
Do you see
code.
that?
It looks like a code.
What's that?
Red,
Oh, no.
green,
Oh.
blue. Wait. Circle,
Red.
squares, X, triangle. What?
What?
I don't get it. Circle. Was there a circle? Or a square?
Young man.
Or an X?
Up on the roof. It's a X triangle square circle. That's the code.
The roof?
The code is X triangle square circle. Can you put it in?
Where?
In the buttons right there.
There?
Oh my
So
god,
far.
you're fucking stupid. I have to do your
What the
job for
frick?
I gotta do your
I
job
don't
for you too,
know.
huh?
What the
Look at this,
Job.
look at this.
What?
Right to our right, you see that? Look.
Yeah?
You gotta press those.
I can't. Okay, hold on. Oh my, stop switching.
Take the tape.
I have to go really okay, I'm pressing it, but it doesn't do anything.
No, you have to press it in a specific order. I just told you.
Okay.
It's
Which one
square.
is first?
It's X triangle square circle.
Okay, forward. I need to press the X.
I know. Hold on. I'm
triangle
trying to
circle.
line the car up.
Hi.
Okay, X.
Triangle
press it
square
really hard.
circle.
Okay, X. Okay, back. Oh, okay, forward. Okay, X triangle square.
God, I'm so smart.
Back. Frick you. Back. Okay, one more time, front. Let's go!
God, my brain is so big and my balls are so heavy.
Oh my god. Move forward, Grandma.
I'm doing their job for them too.
Yeah. What the frick?
Are we sliding? Uh-oh.
What the frickity? What the frick? Let's go! Whee! Grandma, what the?
Whee! I don't know what's
Grandma, where are we
happening.
supposed to go? What? Oh,
Just forward.
Grandma, where were we supposed to go?
Probably here.
I don't know.
Oh, she's a fighter. Whoa, partner.
Oh my god, this is so fun.
Oh, let's go.
Caution, poo.
Harsh. What?
It says
What?
poo up there. It says caution,
What?
poo. Like poop.
What the frick?
Poop.
Flush control, partially recycled toilet paper. Oh no, where are we right now?
Holy.
Where do I
Where are
go?
we?
I can't see.
I don't know. Okay, forward. There is
Oh, yeah.
something for us to press.
On the right.
Okay.
On the right.
On
Look.
your right.
Oh, I
You
see
have to
it.
go back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that crank that soldier boy.
Crank. What does it mean, crank?
Turn it.
I can't reach it.
Okay, let me try to
can't
get
reach
closer. I'll try to get closer. Let me see.
Can you drive better, please?
Excuse me? Do you want to try this?
No. Recule. Okay, good, perfect.
Crank that soldier boy. Yeah. Why is it white?
Oh yeah.
What's
We
happening?
have to die, no? Ole. Go forward. Quick. We will die.
Why are we drowning, Grandma? I don't think cars are supposed to be in the water.
I'm gonna fucking drown you, boy.
Grandma, I think you need to move forward, Grandma.
I told your mother. This one's stupid. Try again later.
What the frick?
Grandma. Do something.
Grandma, I'm hungry.
Yo, is that Phoenix? What's up? Dude. Oh my. Where are
Hi,
we?
Phoenix.
Turn the light
Oh,
off.
no.
What the fuck?
I have no idea where we are.
You guys, I can't see. That's the whole point of this.
Wait. There's a wheel. Okay. Left.
Just because I've been carrying so far doesn't mean that you still need to tell me what to do.
Left. left.
Okay.
Alright, Silva, crank that soldier boy.
Is it close enough?
No, not close enough.
Not
Back
close
and
enough.
left. Can you drive better, please?
Do you want to try this?
Can you drive better?
I've literally been the only reason that we've won levels.
Hey, I got us to a checkpoint. The train one.
Close, not good. Why is so bad at driving? Oh my
Alright.
god.
You do it. Go ahead.
Oh, Bean, it's your turn.
Go ahead.
Alright, so.
Go ahead, do it. You do better.
What the frick?
You do better.
Perfect.
Alright,
My
let's
perfect.
do this.
Alright, grandsonnies.
Oh god, I
Your
regret it.
grandma's back in action once again. I love being back in action. Oh, it makes me feel so alive.
You should learn how to play. Oh, you drive so bad.
Grandsonny, I'm gonna do a late abortion on you if you don't shut up, right?
Oh, look at this. Yeah, oh, good. Perfect.
Come, say that one more time.
Move your fat ass.
Oh, thank you. It's okay, I got it all under control.
Back and right. No, back and right. Oh.
Sonny, I think this car sucks ass. This sucks ass more than I do when I was a teen.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah, no, back a
Alright.
bit. Back a bit.
alright,
back a bit.
Sonny, crank that freaking Soja Boy right now. Right now, oh yeah, let's go, Sonny.
Go forward. Forward and right.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I hate this bitch so much. You're driving into a wall. Go back. No.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
going back.
Wait, right.
Right?
Back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No,
forward.
good. Forward and right. Forward and right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're
And
still.
then,
Yeah.
and then.
No, back now.
Oh, I'm
Straight back, not at an angle. Okay, go forward. Forward. No, forward now.
Grandpa did to me last night too.
What? Back a little bit.
Sonny, I got a shortcut. Check. Let's freaking go!
You use a shortcut for that? You cornball. You're literally right there.
Go.
Go forward.
Okay, go.
Life
Forward.
lesson.
Forward.
Forward.
If they give you a shortcut, you better take that right now, Sonny.
I don't give a fuck
Oh,
about your life
yeah.
lessons, Grandma. I hate you.
I will eat your mama's ass, alright?
What? Incest?
Holy.
I made her and I can put her right back.
We just both died.
Oh, another shortcut. God, I love these shortcuts. Alright, where to now?
Turn around. Go back.
Alright, I love turning around, especially with your grandpa.
You turn.
there.
Oh, okay.
Left.
Forward and left. Left.
Why you don't understand?
Back.
Oh.
Okay. Oh wait, I ran
You're out
out
of gas, yeah.
Oh, just like your grandpa. He doesn't come anymore.
Oh my god, Grandma.
Oh
Grandma,
no.
I had a flashback just
Uh-oh.
now. What happened?
Oh no.
What?
Oh, why
What?
it's me? Oh, sorry, I was chatting. Okay, where should I go? Oh, okay, I'm here. Okay.
I have no idea. Front, left, maybe?
Yeah, front left.
No, it won't pass.
What?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know.
Left.
Front,
Now
left,
left.
left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Left. Keep going.
Front.
What you were doing?
Oh, left,
and then
left again.
Yeah. Left again.
Front. Yeah.
Forward.
Let's
again?
go,
Forward and
Grandma.
left.
Okay, forward
Okay,
and left.
front.
Okay.
Left.
Put up the mirror too. Uh
Oh, frick.
Is that good?
oh.
That's very good actually.
Yeah, left now.
Good.
Okay, left.
Okay, left. Okay.
Also put in the tape so we don't have to hear this.
Rank that soldier boy,
Oh,
Grandma.
good. Okay.
Grandma.
Where is the tape? Where
In
is
front
the
of you.
tape? Okay. I don't see it.
On the seat to your right, the right seat.
You know what? Here, Grandma.
Oh.
Here, there
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, now go forward.
Okay.
Alright, forward,
Yeah.
slightly
So.
right.
Yeah, forward.
And slightly right. Slightly. Yeah? Did you just honk? Ooh, straight. Just go straight. Oh.
Maybe not. Okay.
Okay,
Now
straight
go forward.
straight now.
Uh,
Forward.
leave?
Forward! Oh my god, a train's coming!
Forward. Oh my god, Grandma!
Now, no, I want to hear it. Give me a good reason why you just sat there. Give me a good reason why you couldn't move. Tell me.
Okay.
Uh-huh. What is it?
I can't move. Oh, I can't move.
Left.
Okay, front left.
Hard left. No. That's back.
Hard left.
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 Oh, it's back.
Left.
Oh, it's back. Okay.
Left. Yes.
It's a good thing it's a good thing we have those windshield wipers on. It's very rainy down here. Forward.
Okay, good.
Forward. Yes.
Oh my god.
Left.
Wait, no. Don't tell him left. Not yet. Ben, you
Left now.
you killed us,
left
Ben.
now, left
You
now.
killed
Oh,
us, Ben.
frick. Killed you. What if
You told
Are we alive?
you should have just
Grandma,
let
I
him.
smell like rotten eggs in here. Okay, back now. Back now.
Why is the AC on?
Grandma, I'm feeling really chilly right now. Really chilly.
Being chilling.
Alright. Oh my.
Okay, which way? Which way?
Left.
Front left.
Let me.
Grandma,
Okay.
you just have
No,
to
that's
be
good.
forward, Grandma.
Keep going left.
Left again?
Yeah, left again.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, now right. Forward.
Okay, front.
Okay,
Oh,
now
oh,
right.
Right now. Right. Oh, what the?
Where are we going?
Grandma.
Oh.
Oh.
Where are we going?
Oh.
Which
Oh
way?
my. Back.
We're dead. There's a train coming. Oh my god!
Oh, no way, clutched.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Another
Front,
train's
right.
coming.
Right.
Another train's coming. Drive! Oh my god!
No! Clutch! Okay, front.
Another
right.
train's coming. Go
Front,
forward! Go
front,
forward!
Front, right,
Freeze!
right, Grandma. Do you know what right is?
Left.
Okay, left.
Are we alive?
Left.
Holy sheesh! I can't believe we're alive.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck we're alive.
Are we alive?
Put a tape in. Put a
Alright,
tape in.
forward. Oh,
Ow.
frick.
Fuck
What
happened?
the fuck? What the
Here you
frick?
go. What the frick? There, crank that soldier boy, Grandma. Crank that soldier boys.
Where is my truc?
Yo, what?
Her clutch.
Oh, it's below
Here.
you, Grandma.
The little like.
It's below you. It's
Oh,
below
yeah,
you.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, reverse and then front right.
Thank God.
You have to reverse more.
Thank God we have the windshield wipers going off. Thank God. The rain is really crazy down here.
So, was I finally a good driver? Right.
I don't know what I would do without the windshield wipers right now. Yo, Stan, thank you so much for the tier 2 sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Alright, backwards,
I'm
Grandma.
stuck.
Back. No, back. Just go back, Grandma.
Oh, back. Oh yeah.
What the frick? Oh my god, where are you, what the frick? Okay, forward and right, really right, like, that's left, Grandma.
What the frick?
Okay, back, reverse. Reverse, you have to do a U-turn. Do you know what a U-turn? U-turn.
Oh yeah, return.
U-turn. Yeah. U-turn. Okay.
What I do now?
Okay. Front left, really left, like very left, very left, very left, very left. Yes. Okay. Back.
Sorry, I zoned out,
Okay,
but I'm
now
back.
front left. Oh, I'll come back. Front, very left, very left. Yes. Okay. Front.
Good.
Just keep on going. Front. Just keep on
Okay,
going.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Right.
Yeah. What the? Grandma,
What the
are we driving to God? What is that? Is that freaking? Oh.
What?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay, and we can claim the.
Honestly, I was pretty good. I did pretty good. Hey, I did pretty good. Yippee! Alright, it's 3 a.m. ready. Do not say.
Tree?
Yeah.
Where's the tree?
Oh my god. Oh my. It's 2 plus 1. It's 2 plus 1 a.m. right now.
Oh,
2 plus 1 a.m. I think
it's
we're done.
3 a.m. I see. Okay.
Yes.
See, I was confused
yes.
because you said tree instead of 3.
What the frick?
That was the
Well,
confusing
I mean,
part.
What the frick?
No, it's not confusing.
No, it
It's
is
not.
confusing because
No,
right
it's not. I don't
there's
think it
there's
is.
the number
I
3
don't-
and then there's what you're saying, which is tree.
No. I don't think it is.
I think
I
it
don't
is.
think it is. No,
I
I
think
think
it
you're
is.
wrong.
Because
I
like
think you're wrong.
here's the thing, right? Let's say I'm counting right now, right? Let's say I was counting.
Yeah.
I would count 1, 2, 3, right? But then you're saying tree, which is like what? A sequoia? Is it a pine tree? Like a coconut tree? What kind of tree are we
Not
talking?
again.
Huh?
It's 2 plus 1, you know? 2 plus 1, you know? You know what 2 plus 1 is?
3, yes. It's 3.
Exactly.
So 3, right?
Yep. Yep. Right now it's that AM for me. So, you know.
What do I know? Tell me.
Yes.
Okay. Silva also kind of looks out of it. What is Silva even doing?
I think the game traumatized him.
Silva, are you good?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. What about
How
you?
are you? How are you?
I'm okay.
How are you?
I am fine. What about you?
I'm doing alright. I am a
I'm
little sleepy.
Didn't you just woke up?
Do you mean when I was forced to wake up at 8 a.m.? Do you know why I'm a VTuber? Ben, do you know why I'm a
why?
VTuber? It's because
Why?
I'm not cut out for waking up at 8 a.m. like a normal human being. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Do you understand it? I'm like a dainty little prince, okay? I'm a pretty boy. I'm all looks and no function. Do you understand?
So you're the sleeping princess.
I'm a sleeping beauty, okay? I need my
Yeah,
sleep.
sleeping beauty. Yes.
I need my sleep. So when you make me wake up at 8
okay.
a.m. every time we collab, I'm gonna be a little tired.
I mean,
Okay?
it's. What the frick? What the
Shut
frick?
up.
Oh, what do you mean?
Okay, fine. So, what's happened now?
We're just talking.
Billy's leaving, right?
We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just yapping. You know, you
We
wanna
are
yap?
talking, yeah.
How is everyone?
Oh.
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'm okay.
What the frick?
No, don't say what the frick anymore.
Why?
Cause what the frick?
Why you don't want me to say what the frick?
Cause that's my thing.
Oh god.
Holy.
Mm.
Holy. Holy
Oh my
moly!
god. Holy moly.
Holy moly! I wonder if TikTok
moly.
reviewed my appeal yet. I bet they're gonna say no.
If you want, for being viewer on SENZ'S viewer, if you write this in the chat,
Appeal not
you
approved.
can
Huge.
enter in a giveaway to get a Switch 2 or a PS5 or
Ooh.
a Steam Deck. It's for Christmas. I offer a special device
Wow.
for Christmas.
That's very poggers.
No, I am
very
not.
poggers.
Yeah, it's very poggers. Yes,
I don't
sure.
agree.
Very poggers.
They rejected my appeal, so they're gonna keep me suspended until the 16th of
Ah.
December.
I literally just got unsuspended this Thursday, so I'm on the same boat as you.
TikTok is fucking stupid.
For what?
I
For
know.
a PS5, a Switch 2, or a Steam Deck?
I don't give a
It's
fuck.
mystery.
You know what I care about? I got suspended, Solva.
I don't care. You got suspended on TikTok. I don't fucking care. You know.
I don't
TikTok
care
is
about your
brainwashing.
giveaway. I don't give a shit about your giveaway.
But it's for viewers. The giveaway.
No,
it's
because no.
It's for your viewer.
How
my
about I-
viewer, and Bin
How about I give away my balls to your chin?
Huh?
a giveaway to what? What did you say? What the frick?
What the frick?
What the
I think
frick?
I need to do a virus scan on my computer.
Holy.
What happened?
I keep like on my Google, it like randomly will open a Facebook page, like a random person's Facebook
What?
page. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, you need to get that checked.
I think I need to do a virus scan.
What did you download?
Nothing. That's the thing. You know what it is? I visited a website to watch free TV. That might have been what it was.
Ah, see, that's why.
Because I don't have Apple TV and I'm not fucking paying for it. So,
Meow.
see,
What if
you
I hide
pirate, you
again?
have to do the time.
yeah, I need to do a virus scan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are we doing?
It's like, it's late for me, so I have to go already.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Evie,
Goodbye,
thank you for
Bean.
today. Thank you. It was really fun and very funny, and I think I did really well at driving.
No, you were absolutely the worst. You were absolutely the worst. Me,
I got us
I
through
learned-
4 checkpoints.
I finally learned how to play, but you were a piece of shit from the
I
beginning.
I literally like the train. You saw the train. I
No,
was
no.
like crazy
No,
with
no,
it.
no, no, no,
Crazy
you were
with it.
especially bad. You were really, really bad.
Absolutely
It was awful.
crazy.
It was awful.
Like
You
I
should
was
be
so good.
ashamed.
Like
You
oh
should be
my god!
ashamed.
Wow!
You
All the
should- you
ladies
should- you
dropped
should
their
s-
pants for me and everything too.
You should stop streaming for being such a bad gamer.
What the frick?
I promise. I promise.
I promise.
You did so bad. You did so bad. You did so
I
bad.
did so good. So good that it's bad. So bad that it's good, you know? So good. I did so good. So good. So good.
What are you guys talking about?
Nothing.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go first. Bye bye.
Goodbye,
the
Dean.
fuck
Thank
out.
you
Have
for
a
the
good night.
collab.
What
It
the
was
frick?
really,
Have
really
a
great.
good night.
What the
Thank you
frick?
for the
What the
collab.
frick? What the 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 frick?
Oh my
What the?
god.
Oi! What the? Man.
What the frick?
Bye bye. See y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Get out, Ben. How do we kick him from the... Oh no, he's gonna end the thing himself. What are you gonna do? Silva?
Yeah.
What are you gonna
do? I don't know, but maybe I will have to end me too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably gonna do a quick sponsor that I need to do then.
Me too, actually. I
What's
got
your
a
sponsor?
sponsorship. I got Arc Knight.
Arc Knights.
Yeah,
cool.
I got a sponsorship today that
Huh.
expire in 8 hours.
What the fuck? So are you gonna do it?
I got a sponsorship from Twitch, like 2 hours ago that
Uh-huh.
expires in 8 hours. That's so weird.
So
That's
yeah.
fucking weird. That's just so
I mean, you
weird.
don't have to do it. You know?
Yeah, of course. I don't think so. I don't know.
Well, if you want to do it right now, I can hang out with you while you do it, and we can just hang out while we both do the sponsorships.
I have to do it in French, unfortunately. It's
Oh.
written French.
Oh,
if I-
interesting.
If I do it, yeah.
Oh, you don't get English sponsors. I guess
No,
that makes
no,
sense. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense because you're not in
I have a French sponsorship contract, French partnership contract with Twitch, so that's why I
Yeah, I
think
mean
it's
you're
only
in
French.
you're in France. Your primary viewers are French, no?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Do 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 do.
And what will you do? What will be your sponsorship?
Pragmata is the game that was announced during the Game Awards.
Ah, why you have the best sponsorship, you fucking American?
I don't know.
I just wanna cry.
Let's see. Pragmata. I gotta end the collaboration as well, because I don't think that works for this one.
Have
Let's
a
see.
good day, SENZ'S. I will on my stream.
Okay, have fun.
Goodbye, thank you for tonight. Goodbye, I love you.
Good night. This is okay, chat. We are gonna do a quick sponsorship before I end the stream. I also am a little worried because you remember what I said? My computer randomly will open like a Facebook page on Google. That's not good. That might be a sign of a virus. So, I need to do a virus scan. Hello, Nia. We still have like an hour or so. I'm here for a while. There's a couple things I need to do actually. I need to. Let me see. Hope that isn't the case. Your computer needs a reset or something. Yeah, I think what I am gonna do. Are you live on TikTok? No, so unfortunately I got suspended from TikTok because of our funny stuff we were doing earlier. We got suspended from TikTok because of our funny stuff we were saying earlier in the collab, which is really stupid, by the way. TikTok is too sensitive. Yeah. TikTok is very sensitive. That is true. All right, so my plan for today is we're gonna do the sponsor. I gotta scan my PC and make sure I don't have a virus, and then I also have to figure out what emotes I want to get. Originally I was only gonna get a couple emotes, but I kind of decided I want a lot more, so I'm probably gonna get a bunch of emotes for the debut. Cause why not? You know, treat ourselves. Although I'm a broke ass, so I probably shouldn't be getting very many emotes, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah. All right, let's see. I've headphones. All right, first let me activate the sponsorship, and then we'll do the sponsor for about an hour. All right, enable channel scan, and then do the ad read. Okay, so let me read this real quick. All right. This stream is sponsored by Capcom. Pragmata, we're going to be playing the Pragmata demo out right now. It's out on Steam, and it's free, so if you want to play this and you have a computer, you can play it yourself. You can pre-order the game. There's Out of This World Adventure. Journey on a mission to the moon as Hugh Williams, a spacefarer sent to investigate a lunar research station that has lost contact with Earth. And disaster strikes. Hugh becomes separated from his team. Well, actually, I don't want to spoil this. We're gonna see this in the demo. A cold welcome. Hugh and Diana find the lunar station eerily deserted. Hack and shoot. They both have distinct skills and abilities. There's space exploration. There's a high-tech arsenal, and there's custom loadouts. I don't want to read too much. There's like a lot written here for me to read. But I actually want to play the demo and experience it for myself because some of this is sort of spoilers. But yeah, we went over the main talking points. That's the important part. All right, let me pause the music, and here we go. Adjust until the image on the left is barely visible. Okay. Like, right. Can you guys see the image on the left right now? Or is it completely black? Can you see the image on the left? You're supposed to barely be able to see it. I can see it. How about now? Adjust until the image. Bin, thank you so much for the raid. Bottom bin raid. That's crazy. Adjust until the image in the middle of the screen disappears. Okay. Enter your age? What the fuck? 20. But it cannot be changed later. Oh, right, 21. Yes. Why is bro asking about my age? Hi, Ben. Thank you for the collab. It was fun. We're doing a sponsor. I'm just doing a quick sponsorship before I end my stream. But although I am very excited about this game, because I saw this game during the Game Awards, and it does look fun. Doot. We saw this game during the Game Awards, and it looks quite fun. Doot. Ray tracing off, please. DLSS, quality, DLAA, auto. Frame generation. Oh. Let's see if I even need frame generation. Oh, I love the music, the piano. Do 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 do. Lens distortion. Okay. Oh, let's turn off motion blur actually. Motion blur makes some people sick. Okay, let's try this. And if we run into any issues, I will change more settings. New. Standard. Yes.
Hey, Diana! A little help here? Look out! What are you doing? Diana!
Good night, Motto.
Yeah!
Oh.
Tougher, brother. Hey! You gonna help?
This barely does any damage. What?
You got it.
It's okay, Stormy.
Diana! I need your hack in here!
Wait, what? Huh? Wait, she can hack? How do I hack? How do I switch to hacker mode? What? Oh. Oh.
Nope!
Wait, that's cool.
More of them?
So you can like hack them with the Diana.
Step off! Glad that's over with.
That's pretty cool. Let's turn down the game just a tiny, tiny bit. I think it's a little loud. Just like a tiny, eensy bit.
So what were you working on there?
That's a secret. I'll tell you later.
During investigation of abnormalities at the cradle, Hugh William becomes isolated and meets a young android, Diana. The two head to the top floor of the solar power plant to restore the main power, so they can call Earth for help. Okay.
First, we get the power on. Let's move.
She's a robot? She might be a robot, yeah. I think she's an android. Or she's... I don't know if she's a full robot or she's like a half robot, like human android thing. Bye, Rallin.
Don't look now, but we got company.
You really sure you worked here?
What? This is my fault?
Dodging and jumping consume thruster.
Look out for targeting something.
These are shooting to me.
Oh yeah. This game actually looks cool. It is cool. This game is fire. It's pretty cool. Dude, look how like physical her hair is, bro. Look at like how the light goes through her hair. This game's graphics are crazy. What the heck? That's crazy. I could actually make the graphics even better, although I don't know if my computer can handle it, but... Oh wait, never mind, I can turn these on.
It's locked.
I can open it.
What? Oh, sorry.
Emergency lockdown for this area has been disabled.
I
To
see.
restore full functionality, please reboot the main power terminal on the top floor.
There we go. First one down.
A lot of space games recently. I kind of talked about this during the Game Awards, but there's been a lot of space games recently. I don't know if it's just like space is popular right now. I need to turn my sensitivity up a bit for my keyboard. Mouse sensitivity, let's do like 20. That's too high. Let's do let's do 15 and 15 maybe, just to start out. Woo. Yeah, I talked about this. Oh, new gun. Yes. Oh yeah.
That one's not that good at long distances.
How you like this? Is that it? So where to?
This is actually a pretty cool game though.
Try scanning.
I will say this game has very nice graphics, and the combat feels good too. I mess with it. I mess with it. Ah. A-W-A.
Emergency lockdown for this area has been disabled.
Your hair reminds me of Nagi from Blue
One
Lock.
more to go.
Interesting. I've never seen Blue Lock, so I don't really know who that is, but that's cool.
Q, there's a terminal.
Can I hack that?
Got it.
Oh. Nice. What's this? Hacking modes yellow have special effects.
We
Oh,
can use this to hit harder and beat things faster.
thanks, kid.
Please remove them from the premises. Eat us again.
Uh-oh.
Damn rat in a maze.
It really doesn't like to be hot.
Whoa.
Whatever. Let's just get this over with. This frickin' thing is tough as hell.
Way stronger than the walkers. Jump, Q.
We finally have someone who helps us. I really like games that I really like games that I really enjoy games that like have
Man,
like single player games are cool, but I really like games that introduce new characters and like the other character actually feels alive, you know? Makes you I think it's a lot easier to get immersed in a game when you have like a partner in the game, but they're like really well made. Like so you can tell that like they feel more alive kind of thing.
Use that one up close.
Really?
Emergency lockdown for all on-site locations has been disabled. Please complete a manual reboot of the power plant controller to fully restore
Where's that again?
all right, we made it. Now where do we find the main power terminal?
Whee! Where's the main power term? What's this? Oh my.
Wow! More limb!
Wow. Looks like. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh. I'm okay. Cool. Escape hatches. What is this? Oh, this is like a checkpoint. Okay. Ooh, new gun. Oh. Interesting.
Leave the shooting to me.
Just you?
Oh my.
What the heck's going on with the bots here? They all got haywire or what?
I don't think they normally attack humans.
Yeah, well,
Jeez, I forgot I was watching the
you
stream.
better get in contact with Earth before it's too late.
Hello, Zokaido. Yeah. Where are the other boys? We finished the collab. That was a while ago, Payback. Collab is over. Now I'm just playing it. I'm playing a cool little sponsorship. Fancy little sponsorship. Doot 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 doot.
Walkers are pretty crazy. Handling small stuff and knocking out cover.
There are no kids here, but if there were, they could probably handle them too. And with Edith managing the lot, they're always there.
This game, just like the other game, has robots that go crazy. I'll be hearing you while I play Minecraft. Ooh. I'm Christmas baking while watching you. Oh, thank you, Aki. I hope your baking is very fun. Damn, they can reach really far. Those guys can reach pretty far. I didn't expect that.
Damn. I gotta hurry and contact Earth.
Damn. I wonder if we get like different skins for his spacesuit later. It's fine if not. It looks cool enough, but it'd be cool to have the option.
I hope dropping down here somehow leads us back up to the top floor.
Maybe there's an elevator up ahead.
Ooh. Big chest.
Wow.
Who's the girl? We don't really know yet. This is just a demo for this game. But it seems like she's either an android or just a full-on robot. I can't really tell yet.
Intruders detected. Please remove them from the premises.
Uh-oh, big fight coming up.
Look out for its targeting sensor. I got him.
How you like this?
That was easy. I love her voice. She's chill. Yeah.
I'll hack the link if you're ready. Are we there yet?
Not sure. Starting to feel a bit lost.
Dude.
We can restore the power with that terminal.
Oh, finally.
Restore power to the lunar base. Yo, Ag, you gotta chill, brother. The fighting mechanics seem cool too. True. Another single father propaganda game.
Lockdown disengaged. Reconnecting primary power. Energy levels at 30%.
I still can't tell if the kid is like an android, like a fake, like half and half human, or is she just full robot?
60%.
She's definitely she's definitely part robot at least.
Unauthorized access detected. Severing primary connection. This is Edith. Unregistered guests are forbidden from this area. Initializing sector guard protocol. Scanning. Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. Get ready. Any idea what the hell this is?
Jesus.
If it's not one of your pot buddies, then I guess we can just go in blasting.
Oh, that's his weak point.
Move, Hugh.
Where'd they get all those missiles?
They were made with Lunathor.
Lucky us, right?
Hacking.
Leave the shooting to me.
His back is... Does he even work against him? Oh yeah, it does. Unleash a critical shock. Wait, what is this?
Dirty bastard!
What is she gonna do? X.
Overdrive protocol initiated.
What the? When lacking engage, overdrive protocol, it opens nearby enemies and does damage.
Whoa! Where did that come from?
She has like an ultimate, bro.
Yeah, not bad.
Jesus. What? That hit me? To do what?
Take this!
Oh. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, Hugh, cook.
Alright.
Owned. I actually really like this game. We might have to pick this up. Actually, you know what? Sponsor, if you're watching this, send me a key.
Restored.
Send me a key, big dog. POV that hacker in SENZ'S PC.
Yeah, baby. We did it. This is how we say good job.
Cute. Well, she's definitely not human.
All right. Time's up, kiddo. Show me what you were working on.
Okay. Here, take a look.
What exactly? Oh, she's drawing. Okay, she has to be like half human or something. Completion time. New record. Wow. What? That was the whole demo? But I'm supposed to play this for an hour. Huh. What? Wait, is there more? New scribble suit unlocked. Oh. New fast move unlocked. New weapon charge piercer. Oh. Wait, I want to change my outfit. Scribble suit. Wait, we got a new outfit. We got new stuff. Okay, wait. Let's make them. I can make the graphics even better than they are now. Let's see if we can. Let's see if my computer can handle it. Actually, ray tracing, bro. This is gonna make the lighting insane. Check this out. We're gonna have to push it a bit. Let's see if we can make the graphics even better. We breaking the PC now? Maybe, to be honest. Let's see if it works. We also have a new outfit, so I want to check that out.
Hey, Diana! A little help here? Look out! What are you doing?
Thanks, Zoe. Oh, look, our outfit has scribbles. The girl scribbled on our outfit. What the? Man, she made us look like an idiot.
Hey, you gonna help?
1 second.
She drew a stupid face on us. What the hell?
Diana, I need your hack in here.
Diana.
Nope.
SENZ'S, can you say Zoyu? Zoyu?
More of them. Step off. Get some. Glad that's over with.
Me too.
What were you working on there?
That's a secret. I'll tell you.
Basically, daughter. I guess. She's like sort of a daughter, I guess. Technically, sorta. Sort of a daughter.
First, we get the power on. Let's move.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I wish there was a harder version, because that was even on the standard. Single father propaganda.
Don't look now, but we got company.
You really sure you work here?
What? This is my fault?
Yeah! Look out for targeting them.
Boom, boom. Thanks, Zoe. Boom, boom.
It's locked.
I can open
Oh yeah, there's a new YouTube video coming out today, guys, at 1 p.m. in about an hour. It's from the last collab with Bin and Solva, the video, the Don't Stream Together game. It's pretty funny. I watched it.
Emergency lockdown for this area has been disabled. To restore full functionality, please reboot the main power terminal.
Yeah, Altair, Strange. Can you guys
go. First one down.
ban the person who keeps trying to like name drop people and like asking them to answer calls and shit? It's weird. There you go, Nia.
Now we can hack a bunch of bots at once.
Thanks, Zoe. Appreciate that. Do 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 do.
That one's not that good at long distances.
Uh-oh.
On it. What is the hack? Look out for targeting them. Watch out! There's more!
Yeah, let's do this.
Be careful!
Guess that's that.
Nah, 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 nah.
So where to?
You can multi-hack now. That's pretty cool.
Try scanning. Q, there's a terminal.
Emergency lockdown for this area has been disabled.
The graphics are genuinely more good now. Are they? I guess so. The lighting and the shading on this game is crazy. Honestly, I'm really impressed by the hair physics on the kid. Look, she literally every single strand of hair moves. That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen that in a game. And like light passes through them and stuff.
Got it.
That's pretty cool. That's a new one for me. First time this happens and it's on a child.
This will make it easier to
Why?
hit. We can use this to hit harder and beat things faster.
Oh, I want multi-hack. Yeah.
Intruders detected. Please remove them from the premises.
Eat us again. Damn rat in the maze.
It really doesn't like to talk.
Whatever. Let's just get this over with. This frickin' thing is tough as hell.
It's way stronger than the water.
Owned. Get dookied on, big boy. I really hope my computer doesn't have a virus, by the way, because
I think we kept the
that is very bad if that is
did all
case.
the work, leaving him bored to tears. And cry me a river.
Are you bored too?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, 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 nah.
Your chit chat.
Fingers crossed it doesn't. Yeah, I'm gonna do like a full scan and stuff.
Wow.
So hopefully it's chill. What's the paranoia about a virus for? Sends its poor laptop. The reason why I'm paranoid that I might have a virus is because randomly a random Facebook page that I've never heard of will open on my Google without me clicking any links or anything. That's usually a sign of something going on.
All right, we made it. Now where do we find the main power terminal?
Hopefully it's not the... Oh! Akilu, thank you so much for the sub. The gifted sub, I appreciate that. Thank you, Akilu. I'm hoping it's nothing. Obviously. Hello, Ree. Hopefully it's nothing, but I have a couple things I have to do today. I'm gonna try and fully virus scan my PC, and then hopefully the PC finds it and it's nothing. And then after the full virus scan, I will I have to get the emotes. I'm gonna get a bunch of new emotes for the debut. I would be paranoid too. Yeah, same. Oh yeah.
What the heck's going on with the bots here? They all got haywire or what?
BDW Chrome had a massive vulnerability patch like 2 days ago.
Well,
yeah.
We better get in contact with Earth before it's too late.
It's okay, kitty job. That's fine. Yeah, I have a bunch of... I'm gonna do like I have like all the best antivirus stuff. I have malware bytes. I'm gonna use ADW cleaner, and then I'll actually use Windows as virus scanner as well, because why not? Those are pretty much the best antiviruses from what I've heard. So I'll try those out, and hopefully they fix my issue. And then yeah, oh, wait, this is a new gun. Powerful attack unit, armor-piercing rounds when it's charged. Oh. Oh, that's good. Oh, I can't have both? Hi, buddy. You're so chill when you're not around the boys. Yeah, I mean, the thing is like during collabs, I try to, during collabs, I tend to be a bit more high energy just because like I want to be entertaining and make people laugh. But when it's just me, I'm usually entertaining in smaller bursts. I think like for me personally, I prefer, so I basically act the way I like watching other content creators act. So like when I watch a streamer, I prefer a streamer who's like more chill and then like has moments where he's funny rather than constant like high energy. I think constant high energy is kind of like overstimulating for me. It gets like old quick basically. So I prefer streamers who are just like more chill and then they like have moments where they're funny rather than constant like, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like that, is because it's what I like. That's a lot of lip. Hello, DJ. Do 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 do. I will take that multi-hack. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Wait, is my video up? This is gonna be good when it comes out. Feels like Shelter vibes. Playing this demo last night. Oh, you played it. Yeah, we're sponsored by them today. It's pretty cool. Dude, with XQC, a bunch of VTubers are posting selfies and shit on Twitter. You guys know the drama? XQC called VTubers ugly, and now a bunch of VTubers are posting pictures, and goddamn, they're fine. Goddamn, they're fine.
Intruders detected. Please remove them from the premises.
Something's aiming at us.
Huh? Oh, that's cool. The kid tells you when something's aiming at you.
Look out for Spartan.
Now it's my turn.
Come and get it, big boy.
It's over.
I wonder if they're gonna have a hard mode when this game comes out.
Are we there yet?
Not sure. Starting to feel a bit lost.
Oh, Twilight. Restore the power.
We can restore the power with that terminal.
Oh, finally.
Okay. What terminal? Wait, this is new. I don't remember this. Is it? Maybe I'm tripping. Oh no, it's not new.
Lockdown disengaged. Reconnecting primary power. Energy levels at 30%. 40%. 50%. 60%.
Warning. Unauthorized access detected. Severing primary connection. This is Edis. Unregistered guests are forbidden from this area. Initializing sector guard protocol. Scanning. Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through.
All right, big fella. We did this once before, and we're gonna do it again. Except now I have a new gun, I guess.
Any idea
Whoa.
what this is?
Never seen it before.
So it's not one of your pot buddies? Then I guess we can just go and blast it.
That does a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Uh-oh.
Where'd they get all those missiles?
They were made.
Lucky us, right?
Oops. Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Take this.
Big damage. Damn, 4,500. Hello, Prime.
Dirty bastard.
Overdrive protocol initiated.
Whoa, where did that come from? Yeah, not bad.
Did that kill him? Oh yeah, it does. Oh, that was pretty easy.
Energy levels restored.
I'm actually quite excited for this game.
Yeah,
Devs,
baby,
send me a key.
We did it.
Send me the game.
This is how we say good job.
Developers, you better send me this game, huh? Listen to me. When it comes out, put me on your mailing list, okay? Oh, we beat the demo
Time's up,
twice.
kiddo. Show me what you were working on.
Okay.
That's the standard mode too? There's a casual mode, which if that mode is that easy, I can't imagine how easy the casual mode is. That's me, bro. I'm blasting the robot guys. W drawing. Get the full game here. Online store. The game is Pragmata. Alright. Do I play it a third time? I still have 13 minutes left on the sponsor. I don't really want to play it a third time. I guess I could just talk. I can't imagine they get mad at me for just talking. Impressive, to be honest. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I really like this game. I hope they sponsor me again to play it. I hope they send me the game. I would like to play the game again. If they would be down to send it to me. Talk about your thoughts on the game. True. The game is very fun. What was your favorite part and least favorite part of the demo? These are good questions, actually. I think my favorite part of the game is it runs well. The graphics are amazing. The combat is pretty fun. Least favorite. I don't even know. I don't really have any complaints about this game. I think, like, maybe a hard mode, although I imagine in the full game there will be a hard mode. It'll probably be harder in the actual game. It's just a demo. I don't even know. What would I say is my main complaint or least favorite? Least favorite. It's hard to judge off of a demo beyond what I only have good things to say. The gameplay is amazing. It's optimized well. We got like 100. We got 150 FPS on max graphics with ray tracing. That's really rare. It is really fun to play. I quite enjoy the combat. The soundtrack is good. The music is good. The characters are likable. Your PC handled the highest graphics as well? Yeah. Yeah, we were on the max graphics with all my like VTuber stuff and everything running. It's pretty cool. Normally I have issues running max graphics. Yeah. Get new outfit after beating the game once. Did you try that? I did already, DJ. Yeah, I had it on the last run. That's what we had on, Scribble Suit. We played it twice already. We beat it pretty quickly. We did beat it pretty quickly. Yeah. Still have 10 minutes. I wonder if there'll be more outfits you can unlock. Of course. Yeah, of course. Maybe we'll just play it one more time, because why not? Ebu, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. New game. Let's just play it one more time. Screw it. Hello, Galaxy. RDT's speedrun the demo. Yeah, we might as well just speedrun it again.
Little help here. Look out! Couple, brother. Hey! You gonna help?
1 second.
Up you go.
Let's see if we can beat our
Hannah! I need your hack in here. Nope. More of them. Step up.
Initiated.
do.
What were you working on there?
That's a secret. I'll tell you later.
She was working on a drawing. Time to lock in. True.
First, we get the power on. Let's move.
Run. We're speed running it this time.
Don't look now, but we got company.
You really sure you work here?
What? Is this my fault?
How close do I have to be?
It's locked.
Oh, I have to press the button.
Emergency lockdown for this area has been disabled.
Woo.
To restore full functionality, please reboot the main power terminal.
There we
Jesus.
go.
Tutorial. No real NPC. Thank you so much for the sub.
I'm gonna like this. Is that it?
One more to go.
Appreciate that, NPC. Thank you so much.
Got it.
Huh. Go. Just go.
Eat us again. Damn rat in a maze.
It really doesn't like you to talk.
Whatever. Let's just get this over with. This friggin' thing is tough as hell.
Go.
Around like this is taking its toll.
Want to slow down the pace?
Nah. I think think we kept the people on Earth.
Go, 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 go,
long
go, go,
enough.
go, go.
Emergency lockdown for all on-site locations has been disabled. Please complete a manual reboot of the power plant controller
No.
to fully restore
No.
operations.
All right.
What?
We made it. Now where do we find the main power terminal?
I'm trolling. What the fuck? My speed run. Yeah, I see it.
You stop him, and I'll catch him. Be careful. Listen to the enemy.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Starting attack.
I don't have any bullets, bro.
Guess that's that.
Hello,
What's going
Kara.
on with the bots here? They all got haywire or what?
I don't think they normally attack humans.
Yeah, well, we better get in contact with her before it's too late.
I got him.
Is that it?
Go, go.
Here either. Damn. I got
Stupid tutorial.
I hope dropping down here somehow leads us back up to the top floor.
Maybe there's an elevator up ahead.
Let's go. Okay.
Intruders detected. Please remove them from the premises.
Something's
I kind of fumbled a bit.
on. Yeah. Look out.
It's over.
Are we there yet?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
Do 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 do. Hello, Cookie. Thank you guys again for the subs, Abu and NPC.
We can restore the power with that terminal.
Oh, finally.
Go. Tab.
Any idea what the hell this is?
Never seen it before.
So it's not one of your bot buddies? Then I guess we can just go in blasting. Yeah, let's do this.
Close in on it. Now's your chance.
Boom boom.
Overdrive protocol initiated.
Overdrive protocol initiated. Give me that.
Whoa, where did that come
I think it really did something.
from? Yeah, not bad.
Ah!
Hmm.
Get some. Is that it?
I think we beat it faster. We definitely beat it faster in 15 minutes. Seven minutes. Whoa, that's much faster. 7 minutes. That's right. Don't you forget it. 7-minute record time. Holy moly. Okay. Right on time too, because we actually have 24 seconds left on the sponsorship. Again, shout out to Capcom for sponsoring the stream today. And if the developers somehow see this, send me the game. Send it to me. Send me the game. Send me a code, please. And you know, if not, it's fine, but yes, do it. W sponsor, true. Setting a world record for a demo? No, that definitely wasn't a world record. I definitely could have been faster about that too. Yeah, that 100% was not a world record. That was a very normal run. Thank you for the follow, Nana. Anyway, I think that let me see. Let me see real quick. Alright, that should be it. We should be done with the sponsor now. Think so. Yeah, the sponsor panel is gone. Which means that we are all done. Alright, well that was fun. That was a fun little sponsor. Didn't you say you were going to be playing a horror game yesterday? Yeah, I played a horror game yesterday. I'm definitely not going to be playing anything else today. Because I am big done with stream. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I have to go figure out if my computer has a virus or not. So, definitely going to be ending stream here. If you enjoyed the stream, please follow. Make sure you guys join the Discord if you haven't already. Follow my Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you use, I have it. I also, a new YouTube video actually just came out as well on my main channel and my side channel. So go check out my YouTube videos. I will be back tomorrow. What day is it today? Saturday. Yeah, I'll probably be back either late. I might be back later tonight, to be honest. Maybe. But more likely I'll be back tomorrow. So. But yeah, I will see you guys